And I'm allowed to talk now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the final episode of season one of Masks, a Puzzle Project. And this episode is a filler buster. That's right. I'm going to take over Nerds of Dice so that this campaign could never end. So I'm just going to keep talking and talking and talking. And you know I can talk forever. When I just say random stuff, I'm kidding, Sin. I'm not going to do it. I promise. I'll be good. Anyways, hi y'all, I'm Nox. I am your GM for this. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and this is my lovely, awesome cast of disabled superheroes in the city district of Hunter Heights in the city of Halcyon City. We're gonna go around and have our awesome cast introduce themselves and their awesome characters with their name, pronouns, and what has been your favorite moment for your character this season. We're gonna start with Sin.
Hello, I am Sin Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters. I am playing Rory Igneous Ajax, the Nova playbook now. I think that probably I'm caught between two moments, and one of them is the Time Lord like regeneration of Rory. The other being the moment that we ended last episode on, and that's all that I'm going to say about that. Both myself and Rory use they them pronouns.
And next is Jilly.
Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly in most places on the internet. I play Vi. Vi is also known as Tox Violet Fairtree, who is the reformed playbook. Um, Vi uses she they pronouns. I use she her pronouns. I was thinking in the 20 seconds that I was given to come up with my favorite moment for this season. Um, um, I really enjoyed, honestly, adopting cats was great. That's up there. But also I really enjoyed my conversation with Zara last episode. I think that was like very important for Vi. Um, but also, cats. So, both things we can have equally important things. I'm here. The end.
And next is Mary's next, right? We've been doing the
I
same
think
order
so. I
this
think
whole time,
so.
and yep.
No worries. Hi, I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels or Nerd on Wheels 15, depending on your social media website of choice. I am playing Hazel, also known as Metamorphosis. Her pronouns are she, her. She is our the Beacon playbook, and my favorite moment from this season. There have been so many good ones, but I think when we got to see like Rory's clock tower moment where like everything was frozen in time and the culmination of the Doom track, that was like so cool. And like I just the Doomed is like one of my absolute favorite playbooks, so whenever it's used, I like nerd out about it. So I love seeing it actually complete because I never gotten to see it fully fill up.
And next is Skylar.
My yes. Hi, I am Skylar K. Swift. This season I have been playing Railspike or Zara, who is the Janus playbook, torn between a life as a superhero and a mundane life as a normal person. Let's see, I had a lot of favorite moments this season. I really enjoyed Zara's talks with Sasha and Vi, and seeing Rory kind of regenerate and renew. That was all really fun for me. Also, every time I got to say something boring about taxes or city planning was really fun for me. And next is Elle.
Hi, I am Elle. Today I am playing Sasha Morgan, aka Hecate, the protege playbook. My First of all, both they and I use they them pronouns. My favorite moment is very hard to pick because I think that everybody had a lot of really good standout moments. But I think that I I really enjoyed the conversation between Sasha and Maristella in the like school. I think that was a very interesting, fun conversation. And sometimes I listen back to it and I think, how did I say this? Where did my brain go? Why did this come out of my mouth? How can I do it again? So I think just for that, it's my favorite moment.
I'm gonna be honest, that was me last week listening back, or me yet earlier today listening to last week's session. I'm like, damn, some of these NPCs were kind of wise. I have no idea where that came from, but you know what? We live and we learn. As I said, hi, I'm Nox. I'm the GM. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm the GM, so there's characters with a variety of pronouns that I will be voicing. With that said, hey, Nerds with Dice is sponsored by Grinding Coffee Co., which is awesome. They are a Black and LGBTQ plus owned business. You can use the code GunmetalBlues to get a discount. I don't know how much it's a discount, but it is a discount, and we love discounts. You know what else we have? Merch. You should check that out. There's a link somewhere. Sin's doing all the producer things. Shout out to Sin for doing the producer things and Sophia for being the producer for the first half and also episode 8. Yes, 8. So with that said, are we all ready to get into the finale?
Woo!
All right. We open a familiar comic book, and it is towards the end. We see a variety of panels. First one focusing on that moment we left off with the last session of Rory and Eddie kissing. We also go and we see Sasha and Mighty Stella talking as Mighty Stella has a cobalt blue cat in her lap and a flying golden cat around Sasha's head. We see a giant, just vibrant orange cat barreling towards Vi and Zara as they're having their conversation. And we see Hazel excitedly looking at a tarot card in her hand. And that is the moment that we are going back to. And I am going to roll a dice to see which of our lovely cast we visit first. We're not gonna go fishing. I don't know how to go fishing. And we go to Vi. You have had this conversation with Railspike. Is there, I'm going to ask everyone, but is there anything you would like to have Vi do? Anyone you would like to have Vi talk to before we get into the end phase, essentially?
I think Vi, after the conversation with Railspike, is like processing for a little bit. And I think I think she looks at her hands consideringly. Because I took a new move. And I don't think that I confirmed to Nox which one it is yet.
You did it, but I know the options there were, and now I'm scared.
It's the first one that I sent you. And I think like you see like in her hand, almost like playing with one of those clicky pens, you see like a vine of something pop out of her skin and then like retreat, and like it comes out and then it retreats. And she's just sitting there thinking. And I think at some point she glances over to, if Alley Cat is like in the vicinity, she like glances over to Alley Cat, but doesn't like approach necessarily, but is just like keeping an eye.
Odds or evens?
Evens.
You glance over, and it's right at that moment that she looks up and she catches your eye. And she walks over. Hey, kid.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm just having the best day. How about you?
Well, I'm not behind a magical barrier, so that's nice. That's nice.
My iced coffee nearly ended the world, so that's exciting for me.
I can't say I've ever had that problem before.
Every day brings unique challenges.
It truly does, doesn't it? Are you ready for whatever's next?
I mean, it sounds cliche to say that I was born ready, but like, and I think she does like a little puff of poison out of her nails. Not like enough to hurt, obviously, just like to make a point.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're ready.
I mean, it's never particularly mattered if I'm ready. Ready or not.
It has. She kind of looks at you for a second, and then she kind of looks at to the side where Sasha is eagerly explaining how hot Ihura is to Maristella. Um, and she looks. Are I don't want to say it always has mattered, because you're right. It's your life. You know what has and hasn't, but it does matter now. I mean, yeah, you'll still have to do it, but if you're not ready, you don't have to. Like right now, or you can have your team to support you.
I think we have a fundamental misunderstanding of what obligation is.
I mean, that's fair.
How about you? Steal anything good recently?
Oh, I stole this guy's wallet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's some cash in it once.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And she's gonna roll a D100 for me.
Oh, my goodness.
Roll a
I'm rich.
D6 and a D100.
Okay, well, I have a D6.
$106.
Okay. 3, 3, and 2 on the D6.
3, 3, 3, and 2 on the D6.
So 33 on the D100, and then
Okay.
2 on the D6.
Okay. She hands you $66.
Great. That's my lucky number.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, there wasn't much to do in the cell, so.
You gotta
Besides,
make fun where you can.
I feel like if you're dressing like that, you kind of are asking to get your wallet stolen. I'm just saying.
Oh, let's not victim blame.
Yeah, okay. That's
like
Sasha's
I'm
always telling me
fine
the
with
same
you
thing.
doing it, but like it's a choice, right?
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm working. I'm working.
we have to take responsibility for our actions.
You're right. I know.
It's like we can do evil shit, but like that's not us.
But it's us. We are making the conscious decision.
Correct.
To
Very
be
good.
Doing evil shit.
I see you've been working on your workbook. I'm very proud.
I have. It was really helpful. Thank you for getting that for me. It was.
You're welcome.
It was. How are the cats?
I would love to tell you, but I got to see them for like 20 minutes before some ridiculous bullshit happened. So
yeah. I'm sorry, kid.
They seem fine though. I got them like probably too many toys. So
there's never enough toys.
It was a lot of toys. I have a lot of packages waiting for me when I got home.
And they will love the boxes that they came in.
Yeah, I was gonna say they seem very uninterested in the actual toys, but the boxes are primo.
Strange enough, when Sasha was a baby, I did catch them crawling into a box and trying to sleep in it like a cat.
There is something of the cat about Sasha, so that makes a lot of sense to me.
I'm not gonna lie. My child is very cat-like in behavior.
Yeah, speaking of which, um, you know, your child was quite miffed with me last time we interacted.
Yeah. I don't know how much Sasha has told you about my relationship with them.
Let's assume that it's all of it and move forward.
Okay. Around the time that Sasha's powers developed and it was clear that I was not the mother for them. That was around the same time that I met you. And I couldn't be the mother that Sasha deserved. Gaia was always Gaia did an amazing thing and stepped up in a way that I didn't. And I realized around that time that the best thing for Sasha was as much as it hurt for me to not be there. I don't think Sasha understood that. I don't think Sasha understood why, and I don't think that Sasha understood that it's not that I was trying to replace them with you, but that if I couldn't help my own kid, maybe at least I could help another.
Well, that is sort of what I told them because, as people like to forget, I'm extremely smart. But I love the
I don't
collective
see
nod.
how they can forget.
It's like the iced coffee thing happens way more than you would think. I'm just gonna say that. Statistically, it seems unlikely, but it does happen. Basically, I think your impulses are good. I think your execution could use work.
And I think you can't let the iced coffee thing get to you.
I think iced coffee can do whatever it wants to be, quite frankly. Just so we're clear, I would 100% make that same decision again.
Okay.
It was a really good iced coffee.
You didn't ask for this, so I'm going to be clear that I know this is unsolicited, okay? But it's something that I wish I had heard.
Advice.
I know it's the worst, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm a mom, okay? I'm not your mom, but I am a mom, and this is what we do. We do it because we care, though.
I
And
just
because
wanted to be
I
noted
wish,
that I could have said something very unkind and I didn't. I just want credit for that.
and I am proud of you for that.
Thanks.
But it's something I wish I had heard when I was younger. You aren't the decisions you make. In the sense that you are going to fuck up and you are going to sometimes get iced coffees that almost destroy the world. And sometimes people, especially with our track record, people are going to see that you made an iced coffee that almost destroyed the world. And they're going to go, bye. God damn it. Stop making iced coffees that are going to destroy the world. Why'd
In
you
my
do this again?
defense, I neither made the iced coffee nor instigated the destruction of the
And
world.
it's
All
not
I
the
did
point.
was order an iced
Not the
coffee.
point of the conversation. You're gonna fuck up, and unfortunately, because of your past, you don't always get the same leniency. You know that. You got to give it to yourself. People are gonna say you made the right decision or the wrong decision. It's you're the one who has to live with that decision, though. So it's really about what you think about it.
Didn't I literally just say that? Are you just like repeating the thing that I said to you back to me?
I don't know, am I?
Maybe it was Railspike who said it to me. Maybe I said it to Railspike. I don't know. I'm having a lot of very similar
It's been a long
conversations
day.
today.
It's like this day's been going on for like 4 weeks.
At a minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it, but also like, you know?
I know, but sometimes it just helps to hear it. And maybe sometimes it doesn't help in that moment.
Just be careful if you order an iced coffee, is all I'm saying.
I'll be very careful about ordering iced coffees from now on. Thank you for the warning.
You're very welcome.
Are you ready now? Actually.
Ready or not.
All right, good. And we're going to roll a dice to see who's next.
I love dice.
Dice.
Dice time.
I
I'm
love
so
the
glad you love
decisions
dice
dice
because,
make.
hey, we go to Sasha.
Ah!
L, odds or evens?
Odds for mine, papa.
All right. And we
I
see
don't like
as
that.
Alley Cat leaves Vi and walks over to where Maricela and Sasha. Maricella's kind of laughing at the fact that that Sasha probably definitely didn't hear what she had said or process what she had said, and is still probably just excitedly talking about Star Trek.
Yeah. I think that Sasha's just barreling forward. Sasha's specifically talking about the Gorn and how the Gorn are a very complicated species who've had the nuance of them sucked out over the decades.
I 100% get what you mean. Like, okay, if you watch back the episodes, like especially the earlier episodes featuring, and it's that moment because we're gonna pretend that I know anything about the Gorn. I'm sorry, I'm still relatively new to Star Trek.
I will tell you about them after. I will tell you about them after in our debrief. I will tell you about how the
Yes.
nuances are gone now.
There
That
are
is
links to videos that can be given.
I don't need a
I
video.
will
I
make
know that
the
Elle will tell me.
videos.
That's a threat, just so you're aware.
It's right at that moment, totally not because Nox doesn't know shit about the Gorn, that Alley Cat comes in and goes, "Hi."
Hi. Our last conversation went really bad before everything else. I was mad at you, and I'm still a little bit mad at you.
Odds or evens?
Evens. We're gonna switch it up, baby. Woo!
Okay. Do you want this to happen now? Is the question.
Do I want this conversation with Alley Cat to happen now?
Do you want this? How do you think? Okay, would Sasha want to know right now about what happened? That's because yeah. All right, evens is gonna be then. Yeah. Um.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You have the same expression that you had right before you told me that you and Dad were separating.
You know I love you, right? I don't know if I've made that clear.
I know you love me in the way that you can love me.
Somebody told me relatively recently that They pretty much told me about my parenting. I am proud of a lot about who I am, Sasha. I am. I'm sorry. I am proud of who I've made myself into.
I know.
What I am not proud of, the one, the two regrets I have, is that who I made myself into was a terrible mother to you and a horrible wife to your father. I know that you don't understand why I do the things I do, and I know that I could try to explain. And I know that I've made excuses in the past and not owned up to the evil that I have done. But I steal people's wallets. I steal people's things. I'm a I am a villain. Alley Cat and Victoria are the same person. And both of those people love you with all of their heart and love your father with all of their heart. I can't be Helena.
I know. I never wanted you to be Helena. I just wanted you to be my mom.
To be your mom would mean not being me, though, wouldn't it? It would mean not being Alley Cat. It would mean not being me. When I came back, I really wanted it to be the mom that you deserve. I I killed Dr. Volkov for the nanobots. I did that. I'm owning up to that. But I didn't come back to you with the intention of I'm going to use you to get to that. That wasn't why I came back. It happened, but it wasn't why I came back.
Why did you come back?
Because what was the point in everything I built if I couldn't share it with my family? Everything I did because of how I grew up and because I wanted to never feel like that again. And then I had you. And I wanted to make sure that you would never want for anything. Because when you grow up with nothing, you want to make sure that the person you love doesn't grow up that way. And the unfortunate thing is that the thing I made you want was me.
I I didn't need any of the money or the comfort. I just wanted you there. I just wanted you I wanted you to want me. You growing up, you were my favorite person. You were the person that I always went to. You were my person and then you weren't.
I need you to know that I love you. I need you to know that I love you and that I know that I do a lot of bad. but it has never been. My goal has never ever been to hurt you, Sasha.
I know.
And when I started talking to your friends, I okay, I ran into Vi when I was putting up posters for the kittens. That wasn't planned. She brought Metamorphosis. None of that was planned. Brimstone, or um, Igneous now, right? But when they were Brimstone,
They're two
that
different
was
people. Brimstone is Brimstone and Igneous is Igneous.
Brimstone wasn't Brimstone wasn't about you at first. That was completely different. And Benjamin offered me a job that I thought you might be proud of me for. A real job as Morgan Hall, a new chance to be someone that maybe my child would find respectable. And so I wasn't going around just plotting to find your friends. And I wasn't plotting for I didn't know when they were talking to me, I didn't know what would happen.
What do you mean what would happen? What do you mean what would happen?
When you left, I asked your team to leave. And Brimstone really cared about you. And they essentially read me to filth about the mother that I have been to you. Sasha, this happened right before Brimstone wasn't Brimstone anymore.
I thought you were done killing my friends.
I didn't kill them. I didn't.
Brimstone doesn't exist anymore. What
I
else would you
didn't.
call that?
I didn't. Sasha, I didn't attack them. I didn't. They. I asked them to leave. I asked everyone to leave, and they just started yelling at me about the mom that I have been and how I need to do better. And they yelled at me, and I told them, you're giving me all this, but you know how much they care about you, and now you're planning on leaving them too. And I told them that, and then I asked them to leave, and then the next thing I hear is that something happened to them, so I go out to look for them, and then I ended up getting here. I ended up in that cell. I went out to find them to make sure they were. I didn't know, but I heard, and I just wanted to make sure they were okay because I knew that you cared. And next thing I know, some 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 guy is fighting me, and I wake up and I'm in that tunnel.
I was so happy when we found you. I was so scared when you were missing, and I was so happy when we found you because I thought that maybe you were there because you cared about me. I thought that maybe you had plotted the whole thing of getting close to my friends because you cared about me, because that was better than it just being random.
I stayed away because I care about you.
That's bullshit!
Last time I came, I ruined everything. That's
Yeah,
what I do.
and you never stay after you ruin things. You never help fix them. That's
How
what happens when you ruin things. You help fix them.
how do I fix that? I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it.
You stay and you let me be mad without any excuses, and you're still my mom even when I'm mad at you. Even when I'm hurting, you're still my mom and you're still there for me.
You have a better one.
I don't care. People
I
can have more than
do.
one parent.
Sasha, you found a new family and there wasn't room for me. Your father
There was
left.
always room for you. I made the room for you. Every night I would wait by the window, thinking that surely you hadn't left. Surely you would come back. You would talk and we would talk about it. And even if I could never agree with what you do, it wouldn't matter. And even if you couldn't agree about what I do, it wouldn't matter.
Sasha, I'm proud of what you do.
You are?
I'm so proud. I have always been proud. You couldn't make me not proud.
I thought the reason you stayed away was because you weren't proud.
I stayed away because all I seem to do is ruin your life.
I would
You
rather have a
and
ruined life than have you not in it.
you and Helena weren't talking. Your father was away and I knew you obviously would keep in contact. That's not Owen to just stop talking. But I don't know how much you tell him. I don't even know if he knows that I had come back and ruined everything again. I
He
he
knows
writes
everything. He's my dad. I tell him things.
all I know is that you you seemed happier and you seemed better, and I stayed away because things were obviously, to me, it seemed that things were just better for you when I was away. But I've never not been
How?
proud of you.
How were things better when you were away? When I was falling into dumpsters? When I was lashing out at anyone and everyone? When I died?
What?
I died, Mom. I held up a school and I died because of it.
See, Helena would know what to do right now. All I want to do is give you a hug, and that's all I know what to do.
I'm I how's about how about a handshake? I don't know if we're quite back to hugs yet. I'm still angry. And that's what family is sometimes. Sometimes family is anger and you stick around anyways and you work through it together.
Okay.
Sasha holds out their hand for a handshake, pauses for a moment, and then hugs Victoria.
And Victoria just holds Sasha tightly and starts to cry. And we're going to roll for the next person. And we're going to go to Hazel. What does Mary? Is there anyone you would like Hazel to talk to? Um,
Oh man. Um. I I think that Hazel would go check in with Milo.
yeah, Milo's chilling with a couple of the older members of the deck, including the man that Victoria stole from. Um, is just talking to a couple of them, talking about the gym. Yeah, well, you know, I figured we have enough young heroes trying to learn super how to manage super strength, and collateral damage really is a bitch. And it's like, it's great for like when we need demolition jobs done, but it's a nightmare for literally everything else. And oh, hey, metamorphosis,
Hi.
metamorphosis. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? What's up, kid?
Oh, I just wanted to see how you guys were doing. Um. Just. Uh. I. I'm glad you guys are okay, and hopefully we can get things back and working great.
Yeah. Hey. Y'all. Give me a sec. And the other heroes go, yeah. We'll talk to you in a bit, Milo. And Milo kind of wraps his arm around you and walks around with you and goes, Hazel, what's up?
Oh. Um. No. I just wanted to see how you were doing, and I'm sorry it took me so long to find you guys. I. I really was literally gone for 30 days. It's only been like 3 days here so far. Um,
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
been a lot. It's really been a lot.
Are you processing that?
No, no.
Okay. Well, the first step is admitting that you're not processing it, and let's be honest, that's more than usual. So we're progress. We always celebrate progress. Remember, we're always celebrate the progress. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Also, mom and dad know where I am now. Um,
Murder is an option. I think I said this earlier.
mhm. Yeah.
It's still an option.
Yeah, it is. I
Not
preferably
a
not.
legal one, but
Yeah, I.
I'm old.
I-
You'll be
It's
fine.
no,
Okay.
no. I'd rather you stay where I can be around you without having to go through like 8 security checkpoints.
Don't
I'd
you have a friend that
appreciate.
teleports? Okay, never mind. You're right. Okay. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Light maiming.
I know.
Your 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 uncle was the logical, calm, not resorting to murder first when it came to your parents. One.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry. I
you're
was,
fine.
despite my powers, I was not the chill one.
I get it. I I it's been making me angry they've been going to my friend's workplace and showing up places.
Did they go there knowing they were your friend? Or
I have no idea, but they were looking for me.
I'm gonna say things that will probably not help me in court. Did they go to Gidget?
Yeah. I kind of stayed at the gym one of the nights, so I wouldn't have to go home.
That's okay, Hazel. You know you can always stay at the gym. Her Gidget probably gave them hell though.
Yeah, I just don't want anyone else to have to deal with that.
That's fair. That's valid. But are there people that want to help you deal with that in ways that, again, are not like mine?
There's a long pause. Possibly, but I think most of them err on the side of, uh, bodily harm. So, which I mean, I know I'm not the most assertive when it comes to those situations, but um, I'm learning slowly. But I took a break today. That
Hey, look at you.
yeah, I'm trying, but it's just I'm scared when I see them. I'm gonna just fall back in line. Like it took me so long just to be myself the way I want to be, not what they want me to be. I'm scared that the moment that I'm alone and they're there, I'm gonna slip away.
So I have a question for you. And yep, I want you to answer this what you want. I don't want you to overthink or go, well, yes, but just yes or no. Do you want to be alone when that happens?
I don't know.
That's
I
okay.
I want part of me wants to be alone because I don't want anyone else to see what they're like. And then I don't want to be alone because at least I it won't just be me.
So on top of that, you have people who already know what they're like. You just said they've been showing up at your friend's work. You said, sorry, you said that there are people who may intend bodily harm. Gidget has already dealt with them. You know I've already dealt with them, and there's so many things that I could say to your parents. There's so many things I could say. I could say lots of things to your parents. I have opinions. However,
I know you fought to try and you tried really hard and I appreciate that.
Hazel, I'm always gonna fight for you. My point is, you can do it by yourself. You are stronger than you think. You are smarter than you think. You are stronger than you feel. And you are wise. You're loved more than you ever should know. You are.
I
What the
just give
fuck did Winnie
Milo
the
a
Pooh
hug.
say? And Milo just hugs you back. And then goes, I remember now. And pushes you back a little bit. You are braver than you believe, and you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. and you are loved more than you ever know. And then hugs you again. And we'll roll for the next person, because that seems like a sweet moment. All right, all right, all right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We go to a rail spike.
Mhm.
Rail spike, is there anybody you would like to talk to or anything you would like to do before things go down?
That's a good question. I mean, I think Zara is probably like hanging with the deck, maybe, going over some strategy. But they also like have their leg armor off and are like tuning it up as they talk, basically.
Okay. So you're tuning up leg armor.
Hmm.
All right. As you're doing this, then I'll say or you saw her already, Jordan's grandma comes over to you
Yeah.
and just like, do you need any help with that? I always carry like some tools on me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're familiar with this kind of armor, I welcome it. It's yeah, there's a lot of interlocking joints, so need it to
I'm
be
familiar with
ship shape.
those. Yeah. I'm familiar with interlocking joints and stuff. I'm familiar with armor, let's just say.
Cool, cool. You 4 of Swords,
4 of Swords.
and your husband is the world.
That he is, that he is. And my granddaughter, the star, and my child
Oh.
was not in the deck, which is probably for the best.
Skipped a generation, huh?
It it definitely did. But it doesn't make us any less proud.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Railspike.
Nice to meet you, Real Spike. You drew my husband's card, right?
I did, yes. And he told me that that wasn't a coincidence.
It never really is. Then again, I guess it depends on how you define a coincidence.
Yeah, probably the way the dictionary would.
In that case, then it most likely wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's you know, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not really I don't I don't do magic. I'm not very familiar with magic. I'm just kind of starting to learn about magic due to being kind of inundated with like guys who do magic.
Yeah,
Um
that's pretty much what happened to me.
yeah, oh yeah, you're not like a magic guy either.
No, 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 no. I don't even fight with tech necessarily.
Wow, just old fashioned hitting the
I
crap
grabbed a
out of
sword and
people.
started hitting people with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, obviously I do a bit of the tech myself, but more of like a hitting and kicking person. Nice to
It's
meet
just
another kind of hitting and kicking and slashing person.
hmm yeah, I started with a sword and then that it's kind of hard to be non-lethal with a giant knife. So
Yeah.
I switched
Mm-hmm.
to more of a bow staff, which
Nice.
was
Just
an
whack
adjustment
them
from the
really
sword.
good.
Yeah, and honestly, sometimes it's just a fit. Sometimes it just really helps to hit something.
It's nice. Staffs have a very satisfying crack when you connect.
It is such a. I feel it's. Thank you for getting it because when I try, like, Jordan uses magic, so she doesn't really have to get up and close to like knock
Mm-hmm.
somebody out. But so when I explained that there's just something nice about the staff hitting a person, She doesn't quite get it, and my husband, bless his heart, is very much a pacifist.
Oh, bless him.
Bless him. So it's nice for
Yeah,
someone to understand. It's just nice to hit something.
it's good to hit something. I kind of want to get some of the kids from my team in a ring. No magics. I'd tell them no magics, and just start hitting some stuff.
Honestly, you should drag most of the deck into that. Like
Oh yeah, that'd be
honestly,
good for everybody.
most generations. I'd love to see some of them use
Hmm.
not magic
Yeah, I
because let's be
think
honest,
all
without
sort
powers,
of.
some of them are fucked.
So true. Yeah,
I
they
love
could use a
Judgment.
bit of
Without his powers, he's fucked. Like he's been in a fight, he's just never won one.
That's sweet. And you'd think looking at Judgment that maybe he could fight, but
Hmm.
nah.
The first thing I said when he and Jordan got together was, it's nice to see he looks like he can take care of himself in the sense like he can defend himself. I was wrong. I was wrong. But
Hmm.
he there's still he still, so many great qualities really. There are
Yeah,
he
sweet person.
sweet person. They're a sweet person. They just I'd love to honestly, it'd be kind of funny to watch someone fight. You should please put your Tox. Tox is their name.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Uh-huh.
see the two of them go. My money's on Tox.
Oh, yeah, I think Tox wants it bad is the thing. I don't think Judgment stands a chance, but maybe
Again,
maybe that's a good lesson to learn.
again, love Judgment.
Hmm.
Some sometimes sometimes they say something and you just sometimes they say things without thinking, and it's like maybe you do need to get your ass kicked a little bit.
Yeah, by like a 19-year-old who's really mad at you.
Yeah, that's just how it is
Hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah,
But
just get
bless his
that shit
heart.
rocked a couple times. And it's just a good lesson. Supervillains nowadays are always making like anti-magic tech. They like put a big magic nullification crystal in the
That's what
battlefield.
I'm
Like,
saying. You like
yeah,
okay? Yes, I still get
gotta learn to
captured, but so
punch a
did half
little.
of the other magical motherfuckers. I'm just saying it's important
Hmm.
to know how to defend yourself. It's important to know how to defend your team. It's important to know
Yeah,
what to do in cases where maybe you just don't have access to magic in the moment.
and
And I
have a
think it's
holistic understanding of ass kicking in all its
mhm,
forms.
yes. See, okay, you get it. I'm so glad somebody
Yeah,
gets it.
you're speaking my language, ma'am.
You okay? We should plan this for after all of this happens.
Yeah.
We should plan uh, a day. You know, Eddie really likes those. I forget what it's called, but they it's the basketball. It's basketball. It's basketball, and they go against each other, and then they move to the next round. And
like
they're
like a pickup game.
no, it's oh god.
Oh, you want like a bracket tourney?
Yes,
Yeah, we
I
could
want
make the
this in a
brackets real good. I got some fights I'd like to see.
yeah, right. It's just okay. We should work on this. As she continues to tune up your armor as
Like, yeah,
she's
love this old
I would
lady.
like it to be known I want this to be season 2.
you want season
Don't
two to be
threaten
the
me
season.
with a good time. A
I
tournament
want
arc? Are you
season
kidding
2
me?
to be
Season
a
2,
tournament
season
art.
1.5 is this.
Tournament arc.
Tournament arc.
Let Sasha kick people's ass without magic. That's my new hashtag.
I want you to know that this very much is like unintentionally that was very much on brand with who this is who this character is. Is there anything else Real Spike would want to say to Four of Swords?
I think Railspike's just kind of vibing with Four of Swords,
Awesome.
Getting in that headspace, shooting the shit with another sort of, physical fighter. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Railspike's not having any kind of big emotional breakthrough right now. They're just talking to a cool grandma.
Yeah. She's
I love
inviting
that
you over
for
to
you.
dinner. She's like, you should come over sometime.
Yeah.
I love to cook. My husband loves to cook. My granddaughter can cook. We all like to
Aw.
cook. So
Judgment is
and
not allowed near the
I'd
stove.
be honored.
du-
No.
yeah, you should come over sometime. And I like to think Vi just chimed in from across the room and goes, actually, Judgment can cook. It is
You
a
don't
thing.
need to lie for him.
I mean,
It's
he
okay.
can cook.
Can
He does cook when Jordan is in pain. He
Uh-huh.
does
That's
cook
sweet.
for her when she's in pain.
That's
So he
good.
can cook. I did have to teach him how to make rice.
See, there it is. There it is.
So he can cook. It's just, does he know how to cook?
Really, it's all about the ability to look up YouTube tutorials.
He made minute rice out of the bag, and listen, it's an accessibility thing. Like, if people like,
Listen,
I
I
can
got
see the purpose of minute rice, but when
Sure.
we had a bag of rice and that was what we had, he did not know how to cook it.
Minute rice is for ease, not for taste, right? That's the thing.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say, and I think this is where we're gonna go to Rory.
Okay.
Does Rory want to talk to, or Rory? So we loved Rory, and Rory seemed like they were fine. They were doing all right. How is Rory? What
Rory
happens next?
Rory is standing up, getting ready to follow the rest of the crew uh, into battle, so to speak, and uh, they're going to look down to Eddie and say to Eddie, "If you could, um, just let Quinn know that Brimstone's gone and they aren't coming back."
Eddie is slightly still like, what the fuck just happened? Um, and then takes a second, and goes, yeah, I can do that.
Could you was Death here?
Yeah, Death's over here. I'll show you Death. And Eddie kind of perks up a bit and walks over to someone in what can only be described as a tacky ass outfit. Truly. And walks over and goes, "Oh, hi. Hi. Maury?"
Uh Wait, did you just say Maury?
Their name is fucking Maury.
Hi, I'm one letter off, I think. I'm Rory.
Oh, that's real close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Oh, that's well. I mean, I think you're two off. Mine's a or zero's an I. Mine's an I at the end.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the conversation we need to be having, though. I think I'm gonna just let that go to the side.
You do you.
Speaking of me doing me, um, I seem to be connected in some way that I cannot fathom or imagine
Hmm.
to you
Hmm.
or what you represent.
What do you think it is that I do represent?
Well, I'm sure as hell hoping it isn't like Grim Reaper coming for you type thing.
And they kind of flicker a bit, um, and you see a more femme presenting person in front of you, um, and they go, "Is that what everyone thinks?" No. Um, I mean, okay, I guess with the name, I can see why you would think that.
I I don't know what to think, honest to goodness. Most of the time I try not to think because sometimes it just hurts.
Oh, I've been there, done
But
that.
I I have noticed,
Hmm.
just as an example, for instance,
Hmm.
going from three-dimensional to two-dimensional and then back again,
Interesting.
that's one word for it.
Hmm.
And all that I know to associate with you is a feeling of intense, unbridled fear.
Yes, yes, that tends to be associated with me. And well, I was gonna ask you how does that make you feel, but you just let me know.
No, actually, the transformation itself, it made me feel kind of woogity boogity. It it didn't. It felt kind of weird. I think is the best way to put it.
Hmm.
But I feel like it's not going to be the last kind of transformation that I undergo.
Rory, since you've drawn my card, you've gone through more transformations in a single month than some people do in a year.
I get where you're getting month. It's been about 48 hours for me.
No, since you drew my card.
Oh,
And you don't know about that. Okay.
well,
So
kind of.
you did you come to me because I'm deaf, or did you come to me because you knew about the card?
I I did know about the card.
Okay.
Um I really don't feel super comfortable with saying I drew it because it's more like they drew it. There's uh
A distinction?
yeah.
Okay. Since they drew the card, y'all have gone through multiple transformations. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. I can I can go first person plural.
Okay. Yeah. Um. So is it the transformation part that seems to be scaring you, or the deaf part?
My predecessor, whenever they first drew the card,
Mm-hmm.
they felt nothing but a combination of fear and resignation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I like that. I think I'd like to look at it differently.
Okay.
So I was wondering, because again, not much on the thinking front, if you could offer me your perspective on what it means to you.
I can do that. And she shifts kind of again to a more androgynous appearance. Death and transformation and change are a part of life. They're necessary to keep life going, to keep life meaningful. Now, I I take it in a very literal way, as you have seen. But it doesn't have to be scary. Yeah, things changing will, especially if you didn't prepare for them, didn't know about them, can be terrifying. But so can things that people consider positive, like love. Life in general can have terrifying moments. So when I first drew the card, I was scared shitless. And then took some time. The change can be pretty fucking awesome. I am different than the deaf that drew that card. It's been a couple of years. I'm not the same person I was when I first joined the deck. I'm not the same person I was when I stopped being part of the deck. I'm not the same person I was a month ago when I got into that fucking barrier. And I'm not the same person who got their wallet stolen by that cat.
I think that you are saying a lot of things that I currently identify with.
One thing though, and I'm not saying that you have to, I'm not at all. But you asked for what I think about what my experience, right? Is that essentially what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think the part where you and I currently differ, and may continue to differ, and that's okay as well. And if I sound like I'm being like very extra, like oh validation, I'm a therapist, so like that's just comes with the. And so a lot of people get really pissed off by oh my god, I get it. Just want to clarify.
Psychological transformations. That makes sense.
Yeah. See. Okay. There we go. Um,
I don't know why it makes sense, but
but it
I'm
does, right?
I'm definitely not going to unpack that either.
D-
This is a packing moment. We'll
Yeah,
unpack later.
you know what? Sometimes you just have to take what you have in the moment and you focus on that. And it's okay to set things aside to process later as long as you do eventually process it. Besides the point, my experience with the card. Um and again they're kind of flickering between the three different versions of them that you've seen as they're going. It was scary. And then eventually I started changing as a person and also able to do that. Do this. And they flicker again. And I realized that there can be something really beautiful about change. But the thing that makes it different from the points that we were at right now, I think, is that I am the same person in a way that was me who drew that card. That was me before I drew that card. All of those people were necessary for who I am now. While I am not the same person, I was that person. And I'm not always proud of those people that I was, that I am. But to change and to transform I had to really know what it was that I wanted to change from. And I had to own who I was changing from. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is your path. There are lots of ways to change, there's lots of ways to transform, there are lots of ways to die. There are lots of ways to do lots of things. But for me, I have moments where I get so in my head and like intense guilt about the things that I've done before from years ago. And I hate those moments. But after the inevitable sitting and thinking about it, I'm just relieved to know that I learned from it. I'm not that person that I was, but I'm not anymore. I don't know if this helps.
I think it does. Mostly because while you were giving your experience that I should have been paying much more attention to than I was, I did get an idea. And maybe that's good.
There you go.
Are you still practicing?
I am.
Do you have a card?
I'm gonna make you roll to see if Death has a card on them. Odds or evens.
Evens.
Alright, you roll for this. You roll for this.
I'll roll the dragon die. It is in fact even. It's a 4.
Oh my god. Okay. So they pull out. It is a tarot card, but it's also a business card on the back. I can't believe that you asked for a fucking business card.
And Rory's going to take it and is like, nice. Business in front, party in the back. Cool.
Yeah, and their name. So when they said their name was Maury, it's actually based off their last name. Their name is Alma Mortimer. But you can call them Maury.
Next thing you tell me is going to be that their masculine form is named Paul Bearer.
God damn it, I should have done that.
Shame.
They do in fact drive a hearse though.
I think, thank you. I think that myself and my group is gonna have to go kick some ass. So for unpacking later, they'll put it in their pocket.
You've got my card. All right. And is at this time I'm going to say that I'm gonna say Eddie gets in the middle or comes over and is like, Rory, you gotta we need to kind of, so come along. I'll
There's stuff
talk
to
to you
deal
later,
with.
Morty. Yeah. I'll talk to you later, Morty. Are we still going to the museum? Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the serial killer exhibit. All right, I'll talk to you later. And
Not gonna unpack that either.
It's about cereal. It's about people who got murdered with breakfast foods.
It's sold at the Museum of Death in LA. Anyways, so they
Death and breakfast foods.
Eddie leads you over and kind of rounds up the group, I'm gonna say, and goes, "All right, so y'all do some planning shit, cause I hate to break it to y'all the ones taking the lead on this. There you go. We've
What?
elected you. Y'all are in charge.
No,
Okay, so I'ma go
Eddie,
over
don't
there.
do this to me. Eddie, don't do this to me. Eddie, please.
It's too
think-
late.
I
Do you
think
want me
that
to stay? I
between-
can stay if you want,
Please
but
stay, Eddie.
you got her, and kind of points at Mighty Stella, who like wraps her arm around your shoulder. Is like, yeah, I'm right here.
Eddie, you should go do what you want to
Okay.
do.
I can stay. I'm just saying that y'all as a team are the cohesive ones right now. So
Eddie, I'm
y'all are the
going to
ones.
be so honest with you. You are the indicator of my mental health. So if you leave, I think that I will have a breakdown. Please
I'll
stay.
stay.
But
I'll
no,
stay.
Sasha, but if Eddie is the indicator of your mental health, the safest place for Eddie to be is not here.
But if Eddie isn't here, it's kind of like object permanence. If Eddie isn't here, I will forget that Eddie exists, and then my mental health likewise will not exist.
So
Okay,
under
you know what?
this-
I'ma stay. I'ma stay, but y'all.
does
I think
Rory
we
have
need-
an opinion about this? I feel like Rory must have an opinion about this. I'm just messing with Sasha for the sake of messing with Sasha.
I think Eddie, there's probably a lot more good that you could do here. And to be perfectly frank, if you were in danger of any kind, I don't know if I'd be able to control my temper.
Y'all, I was just gonna go get iced coffee.
That
Iced
sounds
coffee?
good.
See, other people get iced coffee too.
Well, I run home.
I feel like at this point in time, Hazel's walking in with like everyone's order of iced coffee, with like cookies as well, like a little snack time.
I feel like
coming in.
Eddie like waves like $30 in the air, like Aurelia, and just gives Aurelia $30.
And I think at some point I will ask everyone for their coffee order, but I feel that now is not the time for this.
Fair.
But I do think that Hazel definitely knows what kind of cookies everybody likes, and so Vi like falls upon the Jammy Dodgers like she's never eaten before.
Okay, so y'all need to start thinking of a plan like now.
Yeah.
So
Let's do that.
Okay.
So let's just like murder? Question mark. I feel weird being the one to bring that up.
No,
can we not murder my uncle?
Why are you, still
that's
here?
a good
I'm sorry,
thought.
that was rude.
Sasha's whole plan immediately shifts the second Mighty Stella says that.
Like, I know he's an asshole, but he did raise me, and he is.
Could we
kinda
like? Okay, not murder him, but we could like
Also,
maybe
just so
threaten
everyone-
his life, so he like signs up like the rights, like the company to you, maybe Marstella.
Oh, so everyone is on the same page. The puzzle master is Benjamin Hunter, just so that we're all aware.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, that makes some things a little bit less good.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about stripping powers from people. Like, I feel like, is that a thing that we can do? I'm gonna look to Hazel because if anyone here is able to accomplish weird things, it's Hazel.
I worry that, I mean, he's a billionaire. How much of a consequence for this action is he going to face?
Well, if he signs
through the
away
legal
his-
system, none.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why I want to
Exactly.
take
So
his
it's up to
powers.
us.
Hazel, please talk to me.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do that, but
I mean,
Nox.
Mary
No, that was
Stella,
Mary Stella
I'm
raising.
guessing.
Oh, Marcel, sorry.
He doesn't have any powers.
Just evil?
Okay, so it's just his money that's the problem.
The powers he currently has are because of me. You gave me the stylus. Once I get rid of
Right,
this,
we
he's
need to
just a
get the
dude with lots of
stylus.
really good fucking tech.
And money. Stylus and money. How about, okay, Marcella, what are your feelings? I know you don't want us to murder your uncle, and I respect that opinion. What are your feelings on trapping him in a very small box?
Could I like visit him?
Sure.
Yeah.
Would he be
Yeah.
like comfortable?
I'm thinking, can you draw a prison? Or a box? Or a crate? Or a
Do
dungeon?
you want to show him in my sketchbook essentially?
That is what I want to do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't know how well people live in my sketchbook. I mean, I did accidentally stick us there for a month.
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm just thinking that would be like the worst thing.
yeah, I think that it takes him out of the equation. We should still explore like depowering him and taking his resources, I think, because
will-
like
yes.
especially depowering him. Hazel, if you need any help with building something, I can help build it.
Well, he doesn't have any superpowers other than the stylus, so if we take that away, then
Which
Okay,
you were
but
working on a thing for, right? You were working on a new
what
thing.
what
so
about the tech?
what I did last time was create Marcella a new stylus altogether. So now they both have one. We just need to steal his.
So
I
we
I
take
have
we take the stylus. There's at least one problem left, which is who he is.
As in
Um,
rich or an asshole?
I mean,
More concerned with the asshole than the rich.
one
I
thing.
have a thought.
Go for it, Vi.
So I guess I wanted it to be a surprise, but I guess narratively I do sort of need to lay the groundwork for the move that I took. Which is in a very ironic twist for the whole conversation we've been having today. It's called Change Sides. And it is from, I believe, the Scion playbook. And what it allows me to do is convince someone that I have changed sides to work with them. I have to roll for it. But I'm thinking that that might be able to get me close enough to create an opportunity for someone else to grab the stylus.
Maybe. Oh, idea. If you get close enough, you get him monologuing. We record the monologue of his evil plans, of all of his evil beliefs. That way, maybe we can do some sort of smear campaign.
I mean, it's not going to do anything in a legal sense, and he can limit how much the propaganda spreads. He
We
is
can have
still a
Anything
billionaire.
outside of the sketchbook.
I mean, we have unlimited time if we can trap him in the sketchbook to find a way to discredit him. If the company is passed to Maristella, is Maristella the next in line?
Maristella's the next in line.
Okay. Because if we can, this is getting. I don't know if any government officials amongst us can weigh in on this, but I don't know how long someone has to have disappeared before they're legally declared dead and their assets are passed along. But I'm down with trapping him in a sketchbook until that happens.
Okay. So you asked if Maristella's next in line. You did not ask what happens if he's dead.
You're right. I didn't ask that question. What happens if he's dead?
If he dies before Maristella turns 25, which she does in a week. Or no, she does in a week, and then it's a month-long process. Then his portion of the company reverts back to his mother.
Who thinks they can forge a decent letter from Benjamin Hunter saying that he's going on vacation to Tahiti for a month?
It does take 5 or more years to be declared legally dead in most cases, so
Okay. Well, my point is, we can kick this down the road and make it our problem later if the immediate problem is getting the stylus.
oh, I hear a voice in my head. It actually takes 3-ish years, depending on jurisdiction in the courts. Thanks,
Okay.
Dad.
Why does your dad know that?
I don't know.
Papa L.
Well, okay, we just need him to appear like he's gone on vacation for like a week. Or a
That would
month.
be great if this man has ever taken a vacation a day in his life.
Okay, Nox, do you want this episode to finish in the next hour and a half? Or
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop.
I think step 1, trap him, take the stylus. Step 2, trap him in the sketchbook. Step 3, make it later us's problem to deal with that.
I think there is at least one thing that I feel like I should bring up.
Go ahead.
I don't know because I haven't done it, but I do wonder if we need Benjamin Hunter to be less of an asshole. I might have become less of an asshole myself recently. I might be able to do that to Hunter.
I mean, Maristella, did your uncle used to be less of an asshole, or has it been more constant situation?
I mean, he was a bit less of an asshole, yeah.
But if we do that too soon, his shares of the company will revert back to his mother.
If he's still alive.
Do you have the contract on you by chance?
Do you carry your uncle's will around with you?
It's in his office.
Oh, I tossed his
Okay.
office.
You're in the house.
Okay.
We're
Sasha's
gonna go on break.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
idea.
like, as I'm gonna say, as my son goes, it's an office. You're all gonna go to the office, and we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break.
We will be right back.
We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the break. We hope you all had a good break, hydrated, nutriated, medicated, meditated, whatever aided. All right, we are back with our lovely, lovely. Oh my God, Hazel. So we are
Baby.
back.
She just
We
needs
are
to be
all-
held like a baby.
She's
Did you
baby.
say Sin's cat earlier, Jilly? Because you
Yes.
didn't say cat, and I was
I
like,
missed. I was probably looking.
Because it's a
I'm,
void
I have my
cat.
character sheet
mean,
open on
It's
my
a
phone.
void
and
cat.
trying
I'm
to study.
in a void. Like, it's
yeah,
very
I didn't know if
missable.
you saw the cat because it's a void cat, but I was in the middle of a scene. Otherwise, I would have definitely pointed it out to you.
Oh, I see. That's never stopped me before. But I was probably looking at my character sheet on my phone.
No, that's fair. So,
Speaking
anyways,
of
the
never stopping
campaign.
us before.
So the campaign. All right. So you are all having this discussion. So just so I, Nox, the DM, know what the plan is. What is the plan?
God, do we know?
What's the first step
Okay,
of the plan? Just tell me
so-
the first step.
First step is get Vi close to Hunter to take the stylus, which taking and breaking the stylus is step 2.
Yeah, to take and or facilitate someone else taking the stylus.
Fair. So step 1 is Vi distraction. Step 2 is someone takes the stylus and breaks it. Step 3, we're not entirely sure. Maybe the Rory thing, maybe not.
I would
Step
just
4,
really, for
profit.
symmetry's sake, like to throw this person in a sketchbook, but that's
Yeah.
that
Kick
is
him in there.
I think that we can put him in the sketchbook and then we'll decide what we do with him after
That sounds like a good idea.
Put him in the sketchbook.
Because that way he's like in his little jar and he can't hurt anybody. So then
Sure.
we get to decide how we want to pull the fly's wings off.
It's the Tinkerbell conundrum.
Shake him
I'm
around
scared
in
of
there.
that.
I don't know why it was
Face.
described like that, but okay.
So we're gonna keep going. Okay. So Mighty Stella looks at Vi and goes, "I can get you in to see my uncle. If
I
you're
mean,
willing."
that's easier than me just walking in, but which I'm also happy to do, to be fair. But
Yeah, but I can get you into where I can at least get you to his office where he will definitely be.
yeah,
Um,
get me a
yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, I can get you a meeting. So, the magic of time skipping. We are outside Hunter Incorporated.
By the way, Papa L wants to kill Benjamin Hunter, so I'm just putting that out there into the world.
Oh,
Ben-
He could.
He
I do want to point
could!
out something. So canonically, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, Vi's non-villain outfit is like black and purple with like lime green accents on it. Her villain outfit is different, and there is no purple. It's primarily lime green and dark green with like
like the
silver.
frog.
With silver? How many silver frogs
Yeah.
do you know?
I didn't hear the silver part
Okay,
when
give
you
me
said
2
that.
seconds. I
I
will
was
find a
thinking
silver green
I
frog.
was thinking how frogs, have like bright colors to show that they're poisonous.
Yes, she is the definitely the.
Hey,
tops
guess what? I
outfit.
found a silver and green frog.
Of course you did. So yeah, Vi is, and the mask is also different. Like the mask I imagined being green and purple or black and purple, and then now it's like primarily silver with like lime accents in it. I just wanted a fashion moment. I'm gonna be honest.
You know
It's a
what?
cool
Vi
fashion
is
moment.
so is Vi in her villain.
Yeah,
outfit?
Vi has gone
Okay.
home and found, and it's probably not like been used in a while, so it looks like she's not all that comfortable in it. Like she's a little.
Aw.
Hmm.
It's been what, 3 years I think since she's worn it.
Oh, I really want to give Vi a hug. Okay.
Well, you can't because she's about to become a villain.
So,
Villains need hugs too.
so you are all outside of Hunter Incorporated, and Mighty Stella, you're like to the side, so there's no like Mighty Stella does some magic or some shit, and the cameras can't see you all. He goes, okay. The rest of you have to figure out how to get in there. I can get Vi in there. Sound good?
We're pretty good at sneaking when we need to.
Okay.
Mhm.
Besides, I can probably get into the security cameras if I need to.
Also, could you tell me like where his office is?
Top floor.
Top floor. Like, can you point
whole
out a
thing.
window?
The whole thing. Whole top floor.
I think I can work with that.
Maybe let's not like blow it up while I'm in there, just as like a.
Oh no,
No,
I mean, if it blows up, I
that
can
would
put you in
blow
the
our whole
sketchbook.
thing.
yeah, that would be highly inappropriate.
Also, because it would blow the whole thing, not because, Vi would be in there.
I mean,
I mean,
there's multiple things that are inappropriate about
Yeah,
that particular
like,
course of action.
Great.
I'm just saying that might
Like,
be the
no-
more reassuring one.
Number
well-
1, Vi is there. Number 2, there are other civilians. Number 3, collateral damage. Right, Real Spike?
Yes.
Well, I'm
Correct.
very
Good job.
comforted. I don't know about you, but I'm extremely comforted by this. Let's go.
Don't worry, we're gonna get up there just fine.
Hey, Nox. So the magic that Marty Stella does, it doesn't last for like us actually getting in there, right?
The magic that Mari Stella is doing is to cover the security cameras so that. Oh, you're asking if that will cover so that you can all walk in?
Yeah.
Yes, the cameras are fine.
Okay.
There's people in the building because it's the middle of the workday.
I have an idea. Oh God. Okay.
You
You're
all
gonna
think
have-
about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're gonna have to tell me whether this
Mhm.
falls under like normal move or whether this is an adult move. I would like to manipulate the air particles around the team so that it's kind of a camouflage thing, like the heat, the air, the different colors, just to make it look like it is the same as it's always been. Make us look kind of clear, like air.
Like one of those mirror capes that people.
Yeah,
try
like
to
one of
make?
the
Yeah,
mirror
but
capes
that's
in like
light,
the Mission
isn't it?
Impossible.
That's usually light refraction.
Yeah, it's a
but-
combination
okay.
of things.
I was
Okay,
like, I don't know
yeah.
enough about science to know if this is true or not, but I thought that was light. I will get back to you on that. Let me get Via to the building.
No,
as you all
if
think.
it's light specifically, then Sasha should be able to do it.
I mean, it might be air. I don't know shit about science. I'm
Usually
an English
it's
major.
light as well as fog. So my mom's a science teacher, but I know too much. Usually it's light with how the air, the haziness of the air can be it as well. But it's basically how light can reflect. So
Okay.
I
My
will.
dad says definitely light, and I listen to him on all things, so we're gonna let it go.
Okay. I'm gonna get Vi into the building while you all think. Okay.
Thinking is a strong word, but yeah.
So, Somebody Stella.
That was
like,
Vi. I should say that was Vi actually.
Somebody Stella kind of like is like, all right, come on in. Just walk like you'll stab a person if they talk to you.
That is no problem.
Okay. And Mighty Stella pulls out and shrinks her stylus and puts it in her back pocket. And just pulls out an ID badge, slides in through the door, and you are in this extravagant office building as she just struts through to the elevator. Not even like waiting for people to move. She just keeps walking and they get out of her way.
Vi has the smallest amount of acid coming from her finger and is trailing it along the mirrored surfaces as she goes.
And you make it to the elevator. As you're doing that, there's a person who's about to get in the elevator, sees what you're doing to the mirrored surfaces, and goes, I'll catch the next one, and turns around.
Bye bye.
And you two get in the in the elevator. She looks at you kind of in a still keep it up way, um, and looks up to the camera in the corner and presses the number to get to the top floor.
Vi eyes the camera in the way that one like a shark eyes like a leg.
And it's as you get closer, eventually you get to the top floor and the doors open. There's an assistant standing outside, and Maricela just walks past, and they go, Mr. Hunter's in a meeting right now. He's on a very important phone call.
Yeah, okay. Vi keeps walking.
Oh, oh, okay. And yeah, do you just open the doors?
Vi does like the full villain like push the doors open move.
You push these doors open, and he's literally just has his feet up on the desk, and he's on his laptop, looking through things. This very highly teched office. As you walk in, he looks at you and looks at Maristella. Well, this is interesting.
I am very interesting. I'd like to take a meeting.
I'm afraid I'll have to pencil you in for any other day.
My schedule is so tight though, and Vi sits in a chair. Maybe it's the desk, maybe it's a chair. Who can say?
Maricela just goes to his side and goes, she would like to discuss things with you. I think you'll want to find this one interesting. And what do you have to roll to convince somebody?
It's plus danger. I think it's hang on, I got it on my sheet now. God damn it. Why is this thing so long? When I mislead or trick an enemy by pretending to be on their side, roll danger. On a hit, they buy my charade for now. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. On a 10 plus, choose 2. And if I miss, someone comes to the worst possible conclusion and acts on it.
Okay. You're gonna get advantage when you roll that. So he looks at you and he looks at you and goes, "You have 2 minutes of my time. Don't waste it."
I noticed you made a lot of me. The problem is that fake me's are much less good than the real thing. So probably the original model is what you want to go with. There's a reason why people stuck to the design.
Aren't you a part of that team of yours? Are you all planning on?
Yeah, about that. I tried being one of them for a while, and it just like was kind of a drag, you know? Like, no, don't kill the people. They don't deserve it. Like, boring, am I right?
And you think, what is it that you think you would get from joining me?
I mean, money, I hope. Power. At least this office would indicate so. I also have a lot of information that, quite frankly, you need.
Give me one piece of it, we'll see.
I can roll to see if I'm required to give a concrete piece of evidence.
You can?
Yeah.
That's a thing? Oh my god, go ahead.
I get to pick 1 or 2 depending on how well I roll. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's do it. And you said I get advantage, right?
I'll give you advantage.
Okay, well, I need it. Okay, so that is a 9 plus my danger, which is 2. So that is an 11.
Mm-hmm.
And on a 10 plus, I get to pick 2 of these things from the list. I don't know if I have anything else I add. I don't think so. But it doesn't matter. So I avoid having to provide concrete evidence. And so I get to choose for my second one between I create an opportunity and I expose a weakness or flaw. I feel like expose a weakness or flaw makes most sense here because they're not here yet. Like if we were in combat, I would say opportunity, but I feel like I expose a weakness or flaw is the way to go here.
Okay. So what do you say when he says this?
When he says, sorry, what?
What do you say when he says, "Give me a piece of evidence to prove it"? You don't have to because of your move, but what do you say?
Right. One day, my team is gonna come for you. And we both know that given our encounters so far, there are, shall we say, flaws in your system. I can help bridge those gaps.
So you still want to act as a member of their team, but really work with me.
I mean, what's more fun than being a double agent? Perhaps a triple agent? Quadruple agent?
He kind of looks at you and looks at Maristella. All right. You have a deal.
Handshake?
Is there any poison on it?
Not much.
And he'll reach out and shake your hand. As you shake his hand, you see his shirt, his cuff of his shirt picks up a bit, and you see the tattoo that looks like Maristella Jew that gave him the copying powers. And I'll say as he comes back and pulls back, you see that his tech is down actually.
All of it?
Everything he uses as Puzzle Master is not activated in the moment. As if he's relying solely on the magic that he's taken.
Okay. Do I have any indication of where he could be carrying the stylus? Is there is it, do I get the impression it's on his person? Is it like on a shelf in an evil place in the room? Is it like, this is where my evil item is located?
Unfortunately, the man has the personality of potato salad that white people bring to a cookout, and so he really has
He has
a
it in his
boring
breast pocket.
office.
You can tell me the truth.
Odds or evens. It was either that or assess
Oh,
the situation.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm very bad at assessing the situation.
Which is why I gave you
historically.
the option.
Yeah. Now is not the time for more potential. I need to go odds.
It's in his fucking breast pocket.
Oh man. Do I have? Can it be? I'm gonna ask if the scene can cut, so we can get a idea of where everybody else is in relation to this moment.
Sounds good. So, rewind. So, what the fuck is everyone else's plan?
So
First, sorry, I'd like to use my playbook move Game Face, which is when you dedicate yourself to saving somebody or defeating a terrible enemy, you take +1 going forward on all rolls moving towards that goal. However, when a scene ends and you didn't make progress towards that goal, you mark a condition.
Go ahead.
Yippee. All right. Second up, Sasha, you have actively flown us places before. Let's fly.
All right, sounds great. So Sasha is going to fly the team up to the top floor, and that's going to be Unleash Your Powers, right?
That's an Unleash Your Powers. I'm gonna say.
Fantastic.
So are you flying everybody
Yeah.
without negative consequences?
I would like to
One at a
assist.
time, mayhaps.
Well, so what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna allow it, of course, on a +10.
Okay.
On a +10, either way, if you succeed, you can fly everybody. If you get less than a 10, you will be spotted.
Okay. I trust my dice. My papa bought them for me. They cannot be unlucky.
Oh,
Nox, that's double sixes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. You fucking fly everybody up. Everyone's floating in the middle of the fucking air like you're at sky high. How, are you gonna open the window? How's the wind? How are you gonna deal with that?
Probably like peeking down from the roof into the window to see the right moment. And then when it's the right moment, when Tox makes a move, just flip right through, power armor first, bust through, smash the window, land really cool.
All right, so I'm gonna say, is this the Jilly? Because it seems like Tox is the one taking the lead in all of this. Is so you get to signal the team when to come in.
Okay.
Do you want to signal them when you cut, or do you want to keep going a little bit and make a opportunity for them to come in?
I want to make an opportunity, and I want to like pretend like I'm going to look out, because I assume that behind I'm seeing this as like the offices in Suits, if anybody has seen Suits, where it's just like all windows all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna walk around like I'm trying to look out of the window behind the desk. And I want to be close to the stylist because when they come in, I want to try and go for it.
Okay. So you're gonna walk around like you own the place, kind of?
Yes, which is what I've been doing thus far, so it feels thematically consistent.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I should have you roll to not be suspicious, but you
Don't be
also
suspicious.
have advantage.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
What is this?
What do you think it is? That's not me being like.
I feel like it's a plus danger. I don't know what.
Yeah, we'll just have you roll plus danger.
Okay. That's 7 + 2, which is a 9.
Okay.
Actually, Nox,
That's me.
directly engage a threat might actually make sense here.
What is
It's
that?
also a plus danger roll. I'm just saying the options from directly engage a threat make sense for what you're trying to
If
do.
it's also a plus danger roll, then sure, Jilly, look up the rules for directly engage a threat and pick your stuff.
On a hit, I trade. Well, that's less helpful to me than the thing I wanted to do.
Oh, sorry. I was more looking at take something from them or create an opportunity.
Yeah,
for
I
your
guess I get
allies.
to pick one. I guess that you're right. So I don't avoid blows if there are blows. But I will take something from them, which is the stylus.
The minute you take the stylus, you take it and then he grabs for your wrist.
Okay, so he grabs for my wrist. I want to swipe with acid.
Okay, that's also directly engage a threat, I believe.
Yeah.
Or unleash your powers. Which one do you think?
Unleash my powers!
Fuck, because you have a +2.
Unleash my
Go
powers!
ahead.
+4 total.
I specifically knew the combat was going to be short this episode. I did not see this lasting long. That's why it's so much.
8 + 4 is 11?
Okay.
No, it's 12. That's math.
Jesus. Okay. You all watch. Is this the moment where the team comes in as you swipe this man with acid?
Yes.
You all. Real Spike kicks through the window and falls onto the desk as Benjamin Hunter grabs Vi's wrist and starts to glow, and then you get and then you swipe at his face with acid and he and reels back holding his face as you're holding onto the stylus, and the entire team falls in. All right. I need everyone here to really quickly roll me a d20.
Oh God,
D20.
Alright.
a D20. That's not in the Lord's text.
It's not, but I feel like actually initiative is actually really it helps with accessibility.
17.
20.
Jesus. Okay.
Why did I not my dice bag?
2. Sasha is so consumed with thoughts of murder they forget to move.
5.
That's a D20.
All right. Sasha, roll again for Mighty Stella.
Okay.
And
Roll better for
Mary,
the
what did Hazel
girlfriend.
roll?
1.
6.
All right, and I'm gonna roll for Benny Boy.
Oh boy.
Hey, do I get potential from rolling so bad for both initiatives?
You do. What did Rail Spike roll?
Yay!
17.
All right, Benjamin Hunter rolled a 16.
Ah, you're too slow,
All right.
Benny boy. I say
Yeah,
with my
speed
two.
up, Benny.
As he yells for security.
Ah, shut up, old man.
Rory, you go first.
So I've been imagining what Rory would look like embracing death, embracing transformation. And I think this is as good a moment as any when Rory is encountering the person that directly hurt Eddie. In this moment, Rory transforms into a monstrous looking creature that looks part magma, part rock, all solid stone like appearance. And Rory is going to grapple and wrap around Benjamin Hunter so that Benjamin Hunter cannot move and hopefully cannot call for reinforcements.
Okay. Sure. So I'm going to have you roll directly engage a threat for grappling. What do you think? Or do you have a move from the transform for that?
I do have a move from the transform for that, and
Fucking
it's
hell,
be
okay.
the monster.
Okay.
In this moment, my goal is to frighten and intimidate more than actually physically hold back. It's a rock monster appearing around you. I feel like
Mhm.
that works pretty well.
Okay.
And there are thematically interesting negative consequences if I don't roll well.
Ooh.
So is that chill?
Yep, that works.
Okay. So I didn't roll well, but I do have +1 from the conversation with Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
The
bull's heart thing.
No, it's the share triumphant celebration with someone. I got a +1 ongoing from that, which luckily gives me a 7.
And what happens on a 7?
They are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to you, or they flee. In this case, I'm hoping it's make themselves vulnerable. But there are 2 things I have to choose.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm going to choose is you frighten others you had not intended to scare. So this is the first time the team is seeing this from Rory. So feel free to do with that what you will in the future. But the other one is you feel more like a monster afterward. Mark a condition, and that's GM's choice.
Okay, so you're gonna mark a condition.
Yep.
Fuck it, mark angry. So, and odds or evens.
Evens.
He starts to run away, screaming for help. And that is Railspike's turn.
All right. Probably directly engage a threat, which is a danger roll. But I get an additional +1 because of Big Face. So let me roll that. Ooh, boy. Let's see. I rolled a 5 total.
Okay.
Hey, we're doing this
Andre.
as a team, right? Technically?
You are doing this as a team.
Okay, so everybody's kind of assisting, right? So
Everyone
can...
is assisting. I will say
Okay.
because of Vi creating these opportunities, I will give you a +1 ongoing until Vi's turn.
So I can give you a team from the team pool because we have quite a
And
few
then that's
teams
a
in the team pool
7.
and we don't use it ever.
That's
Beautiful.
true.
Yeah. So that would be a 7 total then, which means I get to pick one from the options for directly engage a threat. Let's see. I think that thing has to be create an opportunity for your allies.
All right. And what does that opportunity look like?
I think Zara maybe gives him kind of a quick tap to the head with a boot, just a quick tap to, one, stop him from yelling, and two, make him stunned and very pushable.
All right. Because of that, because it was next going to be Benjamin Hunter's turn, I'm going to roll a d6 and I will give one of your teammates an opportunity depending on who that d6 is.
Hell yeah.
Jilly.
Yay!
Vi sees this moment. What does Vi do in this
Oh my
opportunity?
god. I want to push him out the window so bad.
He's got to go in that book.
I know. Is there... I mean, can I push him towards the book? I don't know if it's ready to, if I push him into the book, he's not just gonna, magically be in the book, because I assume that's not how the magic works, right?
No.
I
Just
think
throw it out the window, it's fine.
you have very specifically told... Your
No.
girlfriend has very
We
specifically
promised
told
your
me that we're not supposed to
girlfriend.
do that.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
I'm
promised not
talking
to
out of
kill
character.
him if you catch him
Exactly.
at
Hey.
the end.
Just
You just have to
just
scoop
so you're
him.
thinking about it, the pushing him out the window right next to wall. Very, very close.
Actually, I think this is a
Whoa.
cooler Vi moment. So if I think Vi is gonna do... Wait.
I'm so sorry, my dad
Your
just
dad
said
said
something in the
something,
chat
did he?
and I'm losing it.
What's Vi gonna do, Jilly? Jilly, just tell me what Vi's gonna do.
You're not wrong, Papa L. So I think she pushes him back into the glass, because here's the thing: the expensive buildings have shatterproof glass, right?
They do.
Very specifically. So I think he's against the wall, and I think Vi is not short. I am short. Vi is not short. And so I think she pushes him against the wall, and she pulls out his arm, and this is I mean, I don't want to make this super gory, but I think the tattoo on his arm she sees as a problem. And so she is going to press her palm to the tattoo and just pockmark it a little bit. She's not taking off his arm or anything. But it probably hurts, and it's probably not a pleasant smell. And she says, "I don't think you need this."
Roll to do create an so with create an opportunity. Does that mean you still have to roll for it? I think because you still have to roll. I think you still have to roll to do it with. It was
Is
just
this
giving you the
unleash my
opportunity to do
powers,
something.
or is it created?
It would be unleash. No, sorry, because Rail Spike created the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for me
you'd
to
still have to roll
unleash
for
my
this.
powers.
I was talking out loud. I'm so sorry. Yes, please unleash your powers.
Okay,
And
that's a 10 plus 4, so a 14. What happens, Nox?
I love Jilly, everyone. I need you to all know that. When I say motherfucker, so I did this to myself by giving
Did you
you
mess
that
up
fucking
the?
plus
Did I
2.
mess up the tattoo, Nox? Did I mess up your plan?
Yes, but I'm gonna make you roll odds or evens.
To be fair, it started as a 10, even if she didn't have the +2 ongoing.
That's true. My cat bonus only got me so far. I did well with the
Odds or
roll.
evens, Jilly?
Odds.
Motherfucker. Okay, so you pockmark this tattoo, and as you do, he screams in pain, and I'm gonna say that alerts security.
Sure. That seems fair.
And as this happens, you watch as color evaporates from his skin, and you see all this color going down from his neck and his shoulders and leaching out of where you pockmarked as you destroyed all of his tattoos by destroying the one that allowed him to copy powers. And he no longer has magic. By moving your next turn to the end of the round, so everyone else can go before you.
I
Okay?
rolled a 5. I was at the end of the round anyway, except for Mary.
You
Sorry,
weren't.
Mary.
You were third from the end. So
Oh,
I'm rolling.
Yeah, Mary and I both have to go.
Sorry for your loss.
And now it is Benjamin's turn.
Yes.
And he's just gonna punch you.
Sure. That seems fair.
He's gonna roll directly engage a threat to try to punch you. Directly engage a threats plus danger.
Maybe. Yeah.
Do you mean take a powerful blow?
No, he's rolling directly engage the threat because he wants to just punch by.
Rude.
He got an 8, so he is going to. Oh, well, there really isn't one for punching people, is there?
No, I roll to avoid, right?
Yeah, you would roll to avoid or roll take a powerful blow.
Yeah, usually it's roll take a powerful blow, but
yeah.
whatever
Well,
works.
he's gonna try to punch you, so go ahead and take a powerful blow.
Okay, well, oh no, I want to roll low for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, then you take a powerful
Wait,
blow.
hang on, it doesn't say that. It says on a miss. Oh, I stand strong. I see. I was reading it backwards. I understand.
So he glances the side of your cheek, and it's weak.
You know, all that money, you would think that you could take like some kind of boxing lessons or.
Well, you just shut up. And
I'm really enjoying my villain era.
It's now Maristella's turn. And I'm going to say this. She's going to roll to open up the sketchbook, if that's still your plan.
Yeah.
So she opens up the sketchbook. She's going to use this to open up the sketchbook while Sasha goes.
Okay. Oh, it's my turn. Yay. See, I was going to barricade the door so the security doesn't get in here, but if we yeet him into the sketchbook, it doesn't matter. So I think I'm gonna yeet him into the sketchbook. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the
I'm
reason
saying
it
that
wouldn't
right
have worked
now.
last time is because the sketchbook wasn't out yet because you were still in a fight.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
So I'm going to grab him by his hair. I'm going to use my own original ability, impossible fighting skills. So that's my Sasha's original power. Sasha grabs him by the hair, slams his head against the desk, and throws him to the sketchbook.
okay, I'm gonna.
And this is going to be an unleash my powers roll because it is technically a power. So he's not taking a
Okay.
powerful blow. I'm unleashing my powers. So fuck him.
Jesus Christ, this team. Okay.
Oh, my mom has joined us to chime in with yeet. So that is going to be what is my freak? Hold on. I really should know this about my own character that I've been playing for many, many episodes.
I mean,
But
I'm the
it's
GM
fine.
and I just asked you all what you should roll.
Okay, so that's gonna be a lucky number 13 to beat this man and throw him into a sketchbook.
You all watch as Mighty Stella was using her turn, she was focusing and the color had started to leach from the room, and she's starting to pixelate and swirl in an amalgamation of colors around the sketchbook. And Sasha yeets this man face first into the pages, and you watch as he starts to dissolve into swirls of colors. And eventually, the colors, there's no more color at all. Everything is in grayscale. And then the book falls to the floor, closed, and slowly the color leaches back into the room. As you have all trapped Benjamin Hunter into this fucking sketchbook.
Okay, we gotta go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
And is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the odds or evens? I'm gonna
Me
say L
or
because it was
just
L's
anybody?
turn. It was L's turn, so I'm gonna
Okay.
say odds or evens. So.
Odds.
Okay. Start running.
Sasha is just going to again fly everybody out, including Vi. We're just flying everybody out. At this point, it doesn't matter if we're no. No, it still does matter
It
if we're
still
noticed
matters.
or
It
not.
absolutely
Yeah.
matters.
So
I was going to say on the way out, I think Rory would like bring up a stone in the way that because they've got the ability moat that can create a barrier to hold back threats.
Roll to do that.
and I will roll unleash my powers to fly us.
Oh, actually, all I need to do is roll for burn because it's an automatic ability.
Nice.
Christ. Roll for burn. Mary,
Uh,
as everyone is doing this, you get a sense before everyone else. As the tech in the office starts to turn on.
11
The
to
defensive. All right, you're gonna fly everyone out. The
yeah,
defensive
11 to fly
measures.
everybody out.
I have another condition, but I was able to get it.
Okay. The defensive measures in Hunter Inc. turn on.
And that was not supposed to happen.
That was not supposed. That was gonna happen at some point, most likely. It's do you want to do something about it before or
Yeah.
after you're on the
Yeah,
ground?
I would like to, as I'm figuring that out. Even if it means like I can't, if I have to find my own escape route, fine. But I need to get them out. So I will basically try to keep hacking. I doubt I can fly and hack at the same time because I probably need a direct outlet to it. So I will do that so they can get out. And
What do you think you should roll for hacking?
honestly, this would probably be her version of like superpower. So I'd say freak.
Go ahead.
Probably. And since I have the angry condition right now, I got a new ability called Thick and Thin Skinned from the Bull playbook. Whenever I have angry marked, take +1 ongoing to unleash your powers.
Okay.
So,
Does anyone here want to do anything to the tech to maybe help Hazel?
Would acid be of any assistance?
I mean, acid would definitely fuck things up in
I
a good
would
way.
like, since I was creating 3 burn with that previous move, I would like to use boost, which gives a +1 to Hazel's roll.
All right, +1 to Hazel's roll, and Vi, did you want to help?
Yeah,
with-
I'll help. What do I roll?
You're using acid, so it'd be unleash your powers.
That's 4. 11.
All right. And Mary, roll for yours.
very nice. With my +1 from my one ability, +1 from Rory, I get a 10.
Describe how you hack things.
I think I've got like basically like a portable computer kind of like on an arm, like one of those that like kind of can flip up and out almost. So I think I've like connected the cord to like one of the ports in the office, and I'm just quickly like typing with like one of my hands, like as quickly as I can, trying to basically, if there's security coming up, I'm making them go through almost like a rat maze. To like, oh, this door is locked. They got to go around this way. Nope, the elevator doesn't work here, so you're gonna have to go down the stairs to get to this smaller elevator exit. Oh, it stopped on the wrong floor. Those kind of shortcomings to slow them down, because I don't think with this size of a company, as well as she would really need to be in a server room to do anything bigger than that, to access anything that could actually like physically stop everyone from getting out. It's just slowing them down to buy time.
As you're slowing them down, the room starts to turn on its own defensive measures. And you see as steel starts to come down to close the windows to trap you all in, and the room starts to get exponentially hotter. It is that moment that Vi, how do you use your acid?
I think that, like, Vi is not technical, so I think it's just like wherever it looks like it would be helpful on the desk, she's just like flicking her fingers, just like boop, boop. And then, like, if there's like a keypad that looks very important, she just like puts her hand on it and melts it mostly.
You're doing boop boop, and you start hearing beeping, and then it's when you see that keypad, you put your hand down. It kind of not like explodes in your hand, but as it completely dissolves, everything just stops.
Great. Good job, Hazel.
And I would say it's in that moment, unless there's anything else you would like to do while you're in this building.
I feel like Maristella's gonna have access to it, so there's no particular reason why we need to
We
linger.
probably need to get Maristella out.
I was
I
saying,
mean, that
in general, because she can't
Money
be
Stella is passed
associated.
out.
Oh, I grabbed.
Sasha is carrying.
Sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say that Sasha's carrying Maristella as they're flying everybody out of the building.
So it's
all
gonna look
touch-
pretty suspicious that Maristella walked through the hallways and is now gone. Like, wouldn't it be less suspicious if
It might
Maristella
be
was
less
still here?
suspicious.
If she's still here, passed out,
Yeah, because then it looks like we were the bad guys that took
It looks
him
like
away.
specifically I was the bad guy, right? Because I walked in.
You did walk in alongside Money Stella.
Yeah, it's better that way. because then Maristella's gonna have access to everything as opposed to implicating her in her uncle's disappearance.
Sasha puts her down.
We
Do
should maybe
you
take
get
the
it?
sketchbook though.
Yeah, obviously we're taking the sketchbook. We're taking the sketchbook, but we're leaving Maristella, and now I get to fly everybody out. And I think once we're like on the ground, maybe in like a little alleyway to collect ourselves, Sasha looks over to Rory, kind of puts a hand on their shoulder. I think that Rory is taller than Sasha, so it's kind of a reach up situation.
I mean,
Rory was described to
Rory-
me as Anton Ego looking motherfucker.
well, that was old Rory. Old Rory was 6'6". New Rory is 6'2". Rory Monster is probably closer to 7 feet tall.
All of these are like incomprehensible heights to me. I am a
Yeah,
short
so-
person.
I'm just trying to
Um,
think of like, does depression make you grow?
Yes.
I can
It's like the
speak.
rack.
No,
It was literally like Rory had like shrunk down sideways and grown up.
Oh.
Aw.
So they put their hand on as close to the shoulder as they can reach, which is still
Rory
a little
kneels
bit
a little
off.
bit.
You did really good. Thank you. You looked so cool. I would like to just put that out there. Like, it was kind of scary, but it was so cool.
Every fiber of my being right now is resisting saying I am Groot. I want everyone to know that I am avoiding doing that.
I am Groot, says the motherfucker that looks like if Hellboy and the Thing had a baby.
So the rock is going to melt away, and Rory is going to be like, "Well, that's a thing."
Yeah, it was cool. You did well.
We're gonna keep putting off that unpacking. And
If you ever want to unpack it, I'll be there to unpack it with you. I mean, part of being friends is helping you move, right? And moving is just unpacking.
this is fair. Also, on the bright side, I now have the information of an unpacking professional.
Oh, yay! Did you get like the guys from the
And a-
Property Brothers or
Transformation professional.
Oh, cool.
Are y'all still near the fucking building, or did you land
No,
Oh
somewhere
no, this
not
is
near the
outside.
building?
We're getting the
Wait,
hell
I-
away.
I know, but are you
specified-
right outside the building?
You've
No,
heard
I
of-
don't
no,
know
I
if you see what
specified that this was like
happens.
You've heard of
after.
walk and talk. This is run and talk.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
I just wanted to see if you were gonna see what happens.
No, we're not near the
I
building.
do. I think I will say something for Hazel. I think Hazel would lag behind to make sure everything. Like, I don't think she's just gonna leave that building. She's gonna stay close enough that if she somehow has the signal, she wants to see what's going on. Like, just she's too nosy for that shit.
Okay.
I think
Then
Sada will also stay behind, but they're gonna quickly change out of their suit.
okay.
Same.
So Vi, Rory, and Sasha are
I
not
mean-
gonna stay nearby.
Vi is in full on villain getup right now. I don't know that she is like being near this building is a great idea for her.
All right. Then I will say, Hazel and Zara, you all are there for a while. And it's about an hour. And then you hear people start to come into the building. And you wait, and then you watch as they carry Maristella away and get her in an ambulance and take her to a hospital. And you watch as people start filing out of the building. Firefighters come, they have to let people out of elevators. Something weird happened with the system, and these people kept getting trapped in elevators. There's
Weird.
acid all over the place. And you all see as everyone starts leaving Hunter Inc., kind of in confusion. And I'm going to say the page turns, and we're on the next day. Okay? And there's a press conference being given next to a hospital bed as Maristela Hunter Reyes goes. Yes, it was the strangest thing. There was question for Jilly.
Yeah.
Would Tox want to be known as a villain again?
I
Or
mean,
would Tox like her name to be cleared?
I don't think that Tox wants to be known as a villain, but I think Tox would understand if that is what needs to happen in order for this to work.
Maristela goes, yeah, there was a... She came up to me and said, we need to talk to your uncle. And something was going to happen. And we went up. And when we got there were people attacking him. And I don't know what happened. She tried to help me. She's a hero. She's a real hero. She tried. I hope she's okay. She really tried to save us. Whoever has my uncle, please bring him back safe and sound. Hunter Inc. is our family legacy, and I will take it the best that I can, but I want my uncle back, please. As Maristela clears your name.
I think she just gets a text after that broadcast that was like, okay, that was a little much, but thanks.
I think
I've
that
never
like
had to lie before
somewhere
in a
in the
press
background,
conference.
somewhere in the background, Sasha's got like a hat over their face. They have the sunglasses because there's no way that they would have left Maristela after she was injured and brought to the hospital. They were there. They did their best to argue for why they should be in there. They were like, "Hey, let me in there, please." They just start crying until somebody lets them anywhere near Maristela, like just full on sobbing, and they
Odds
don't
or
leave
evens?
once they're near. Odds, always odds.
As they let you in, you see two older women sitting by Maristela's bed. And you recognize them from the vision that you had of when Maristela was a baby.
This isn't the time for questions. Sasha just gives them little nods.
And they kind of nod. And they're holding each other's hands as you sit with them. And Maristela wakes up and essentially introduces you to her grandmothers, Stella and Veronica. And you all sit there. The strangest thing, nothing was physically wrong with her. They were like, she must have just worked herself, to the point, and the stress of everything. It's who knows why things happen. It's not like there's magic in this world or anything. And so, yeah, we are at overtime, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry, Sin. I promise I'm not filibustering. There are two things that need to happen. You will need to decide what's going to happen to Benjamin Hunter, is the main one. So we're going to, again, go to the next day. Maristela has been released from the hospital, aka she's like, I'll give you $100 if you let me go home. She's like, what do you need? I will buy this hospital. I will donate an entire fucking wing. Just let me go home.
I feel like Sasha has to prepare a PowerPoint for Maristela on the dangers of privatization of the health services.
Sasha's already preparing it in their head.
She's like, I'm just gonna give them a bunch of money so they let me go home, okay? I get it, okay.
Okay.
I want to go home. And she
It's okay.
pays them
It's
off to
okay.
let her go home. And I'm gonna say you are all meeting at Rory's house.
I think
Rory's
in the interim of this, Sasha has texted Helena and been like, "Hey, sorry I didn't contact you sooner. Things have been crazy."
I wish I could ground you, but you are old enough to not be grounded. I love you. Heart, heart, heart.
Family dinner this Friday. Love you too. Heart, heart, heart.
Yes, but I'm inviting your mom. Heart, heart, heart.
Scared kitty face, scared kitty face, scared kitty face.
Payback's a bitch. Call me next time. Heart. It is the next fucking day. You are all at Rory's apartment, surrounded by Vi's fucking cats.
I'm that person who just brings their cats wherever they go. I've gotten them little leashes. They're color coded.
Jilly, before this happens, odds or evens?
You keep saying that, and it makes me nervous. Odds.
Good. We're gonna do a little scene in between really quick. As Jordan comes up to you and hands you collars for your kittens, and then hands you a bracelet.
You shouldn't have. Judgment will be jealous.
Oh, let him be jealous. I am not going to link you the way that Judgment is linked to the Fool. I'm going to link you to them with this bracelet so that it does not take mental energy. Got it?
Oh, okay. I understand what's happening now. But like, here's what I want. I would like is if you can tell Judgment that mine is better than his, then that would make me very happy.
That your link is better than his?
Yes.
Or
correct.
that your cats are better than his? Because it is my fucking cat as well.
No, I would never do that to the Fool, okay? The Fool and I are besties, all right?
Okay. Yes.
Just I like to think also that like the 3 different colors and like the bracelet is like the 3 interwoven colors or something like that. Like it's all very color coded.
They all match Tox's or Vi's aesthetic.
Yes. It's a very on brand for Vi. And this is a great gift. I don't know how you knew it was my birthday, but I would like to thank you.
Just think about your cats really hard.
At every single moment of the day.
And for her to do this fucking move. Okay, she rolled a 10. As you see Jordan glow, and her eyes just go white as the bracelet around your wrist glows, and your cats start to levitate, surrounded by golden energy. And then she stops glowing, and one of the cats walks up to you. Mommy?
My baby!
And the other one flies into your arms.
Vi is literally on the floor with just like the cat cuddling the cat. This is how everyone will find her in the future.
And now we will go to the next day where you figure this out.
Now it's time to talk about what fate will befall this man.
Mm-hmm. I think after Zara got in the house, they took their cloak and their mask off. Didn't say anything about it, just chilling with their face out.
Sasha immediately covers their eyes the second that they see Railspike.
It's okay, baby. I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Sometimes I forget, so I just. Hi.
Hi.
You have very lovely
Eddie's
eyes.
just chilling because they know like this whole time.
What are we gonna do about Hunter?
I mean, he's in there.
Yeah.
I,
Oh, sorry.
oh, no worries. Go ahead, babe.
It might be beneficial to figure out what he was trying to do. First off.
I
Mm,
think destroy Hunter Heights was
Well-
that not?
Yes, but he was also collecting battery power of these superheroes. We don't know what that was for.
I mean, I kind of feel like there can be some interrogation over time. If
mm,
one thing is, if Rory does his, if Rory turns him back to, I don't know, like Benjamin Hunter 0.5 or whatever version, if he becomes past him, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
I think like Vi kind of like gestures apologetically to Rory because she does not know the details. Um,
2.0.
sure. Then we will not be able to get that information.
It would have to be done first.
Yes.
Interrogation, I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't know why he is the way he is. We know what happened with Rory, and so we know what to avoid. We don't know what to avoid with Benjamin Hunter. For all we know, he could get reverted back and then do the same thing that he did before, and a whole new generation has to deal with the problem. And I don't think that would be very fair to anybody.
The hope would be that by turning Benjamin Hunter back, because we're talking about Benjamin Hunter and not anybody else that's in this situation, that Benjamin Hunter would go down a different path with better influences.
I think that we need to talk to his mom. We need to get the full story before we do anything.
I usually find from my experience, parents, while they can be nurturing and kind, can also cause a lot of the problems that we're seeing with Hunter. So, while it might be good to talk to her, I have my suspicions of where all this comes from.
I mean, even if it does confirm your suspicions, we'll have more knowledge than we did, and
I think, we gave Maristella visitation rights. She's effectively his guardian in this situation, even though we're keeping him. I think this has to go through her.
Yeah, I
I
think
agree.
absolutely.
That makes
Maristella should
sense
get
to
to
me.
decide. I do think a request that I would give to Maristella is if she feels like to not release him without informing us because of the whole potential re-supervillaining of it all.
Maristella's visitation rights would be her going into the sketchbook, not
Yes.
letting him out.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Well, but she's in control of the sketchbook, so I assume that if she wanted to, she could just let him out. It's her power that's keeping it.
Got
there.
it. Okay. Yeah, she looks kind of sad, but she just nods and goes, "Yeah, that makes sense."
I know it's hard, and I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. He was doing evil, like harmful things.
He also raised you. That can be really complicated.
It is, but hey, Rory has that number for that unpacking therapist, and like, you know what? Maybe I'll go take a visit.
I think that if anyone has the potential, if we figure out, well, personally, I think just about anyone has the potential to be different with different circumstances.
That's the hope.
You might just need some time to think things over. Rehabilitate.
I don't think imprisoning in perpetuity is
No,
the solution, though.
I'm not interested in that either.
And I don't want to kill either.
And at least you know somebody that's been through it, and I'm totally fine.
Rory,
Didn't you literally say you're just gonna keep not dealing with your trauma in order to keep turning into a giant lava monster?
that's the gist
That
of
is
it.
an
Yeah.
interpretation of the words that I said.
I mean,
Sorry.
Even Eddie goes, darling, that was pretty damn close. I wasn't even there.
I think that nobody on this team is okay generally, and that's why we stick together, because none of us are functioning people most of the time.
Listen, we're gonna do group therapy. I'm telling y'all right now, we should all do group therapy. Y'all should do
I
group
would
therapy.
so rather not do that. So
Yeah, I feel like that would be a little bit too vulnerable for me.
For the record,
Work up to it.
I think that an important thing in this situation for Maristella is the fact that you feel a connection to Benjamin because he raised you. In this instance, you might be getting an opportunity to help raise him to be a better person.
but also, like, be careful though. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is it anybody's responsibility to raise somebody who raised them to be a better person?
It is not.
No.
But that doesn't mean you can't.
It's something that we do for other people. And we're here to help.
I think that we're deciding things without consulting Maristella. Like, we're just kind of
I think
shoving them into
you're all
something.
just telling me my options, which I appreciate.
Basically, that's kind of
Yeah.
what I was
Yep.
trying to get
Again,
at.
it's my sketchbook. I can do like if I don't want to, I like puts a hand on Sasha's shoulder. Thank you though. I appreciate it.
I want to make sure that you don't get stuck doing something you don't want to do.
I know. And I appreciate you for it. Okay, we can stop being cute for a second though. So what were my options again?
I do feel obligated to bring up, like, given the outfit. I think also Vi has been dressing in like more greens the last couple of days. Like, it's back in her color palette. It's like I feel like I'm obligated to say that the first option, which I know you don't want to take, but it is still on the table, is murder.
I'm
And
very
then,
against that, but I appreciate you letting me know
look,
that was an
I
option.
just think it's important that we confront all of our options.
Okay, confront that option again. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
You know, you're
Don't
getting very aggressive, and I do not
I
appreciate
don't want
it.
to murder my uncle.
I didn't say
I've
you
set
had
this-
to. You asked me to lay out your options, and I'm
right,
laying
but
out
I
the
set
options.
that boundary. We set this boundary.
And you can continue. You know what? I'm gonna go play with my cats. You
So-
all have fun with it.
Option 2 is some sort of continual imprisonment, which we don't know how that would work with the sketchbook. Option 3 would be reverting Benjamin to an earlier state. And then either directing him, helping him through the world, or not, as you see fit. And I guess the last option would be if you have other options, because I'm not gonna lie, not all of these reek of good to me. It's more different flavors of bad. Because if we let him out of the sketchbook without figuring out the situation, he could continue doing harm.
Exactly.
Bye. I'm sorry for snapping at you. I'm just stressed out. You're right. You were just laying out my options, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm extremely evil. You can snap at me if you like.
You are not
You're
evil.
That's
Don't
not
say
true.
that about yourself.
That so Vi.
I swear to God, I dress up one time and I'm now no longer allowed to use sarcasm. All right, fine.
Vi. Okay, you could be as evil as you want. That's not the point.
I have
can
never
be, thank
understood
you.
sarcasm once
What?
in my life, and I will not start now.
That's okay,
I
sweetie.
just
I'll
don't
explain
like
it
you
to you.
talking about yourself
Bye.
negatively.
Bye. Bye. If your name's not Vi, please shut up. With love and respect, please shut up. If your name is not Vi. Vi. What do you wish someone had done with you? Not what happened. What do you wish had happened?
I wish that when people had gotten into my head and convinced me that there was only one thing I was good for, that there had been people who could prove them wrong.
I have a suggestion based
Okay.
on that.
I love the Sora's meeting face. Like, I have a thought.
Yeah. Maristella, if people are going to change, they're going to do it because they have people. You're clearly somebody he loves. Go in there, talk to him honestly. Say, hey, I love you very much. You did something really terrible. You know, I clearly, none of us believe in carceral solutions. And I'm not particularly interested in fucking with his personhood either. But, you know, you have a couple options here, which is, you know, agreed not to do that ever again and don't do it, or we'll put you back in there, or force our hand and get fucked with.
Villains want something, right? They want love, they want money, they want power, they want something that was taken from them. Those are the four I can think of. They want validation, I guess, could be a fifth. I think what you do with him really depends a lot on what those things are for him. Because if it's revenge, because he feels like he's been wronged, the solution to that is different than if it's just a case of more power, please.
And please understand, we're not just foisting the hard work of this onto you. I'll go in there with you anytime you want.
I'll be there
Or
whenever
go
you
in
want
by
me.
myself. Maybe do a little bit of kicking if he needs it.
Just a little.
I did not
kick
think
as
you
a
were all
treat.
gonna fucking rehabilitate the fucking villain.
Let's be clear,
I mean,
we're
I
not
wanted-
rehabilitating the villain.
This is
I
a
wanted to kill
abolitionist
him, but
podcast.
no.
To be fair, I was 100% down with the murder. I just want to point that out.
Oh my
Sometimes murder is okay.
Sometimes
Also,
murder is okay.
for
As
the
a kid.
record, I have been completely and utterly tied to the death card. It is all about transformation.
Sure.
Mhm. So
No, the
true.
death card can also be about death sometimes.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna see how this turns out.
Oh no, this has
Boy.
never gone well for me historically.
Which is why you're gonna be the one telling me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh.
I think we should blow Benjamin Hunter up with our minds.
How about
And
that?
that is a major
Weird that it's the
arcana.
blowing people up with our minds tarot card that Nox pulled.
Oh no.
The tarot card says you guys should kill Benjamin Hunter, and then a thumbs up.
The fact that it's a
Endorsement.
major arcana is fun.
What does the magician mean, Sin?
Motherfucker!
Oh, the magician is all about power over the world. Like it's about inflicting one's will on the world around them to change it.
Ironic.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting that that would be tied to Benjamin Hunter.
Makes a lot of sense too.
It's also tied in with the phrase "as above, so below," right? Or am I misremembering?
Let me double check.
We're gonna go over to the next panel. Maristella goes into a sketchbook and she stays for a while. And when she comes out, she's clearly been crying.
Sasha immediately goes over and offers a hug.
And she takes it. He's gonna stay in the sketchbook for a day or two because he said he actually just needs some space. But he said he's gonna try.
Could I talk to him alone, maybe?
Maybe another day.
Okay, I have a couple questions for him.
Yeah, maybe another day, but
Yeah, hey.
he's gonna try, he said. And he said, thank you for helping me decide. And we're going to go from that scene. And really quickly, everyone tell me what happened. Two things. What is your character doing in the immediate aftermath? Like, we'll say, like, the next month aftermath. That or next like week aftermath. Not like we're doing like a time skip, but just like what is after Benjamin Hunter and the Puzzle Masters taken down. Look for your for your character, and what do you notice changes in the Heights? And we are going to go in our usual order. Don't do your outros just yet, but we're gonna go Sin. What's something that Rory does after dealing with all this, and what changes in the Heights?
The biggest thing for Rory is that they are meeting with Alma and kind of with the help of Alma writing down their thoughts for the next step, which to them is talking to River and Quinn. As far as what they notice, I'll describe it in a way that makes sense for Rory, because Rory's not going to notice things changing for the better in Hunter Heights. Rory's going to notice the moods of people shifting around them. Like that things are getting more positive, that people are more upbeat. and it's going to kind of help Rory through a turbulent processing of emotions. To quote Jilly, the end.
And speaking of Jilly,
Speaking
Jilly.
of me, I think that Vi has. First of all, I think that Vi, like, having been in her supervillain persona, I think there is a noticeable shift in like her level of confidence that is like a little maybe unsettling. I don't know. Um, but I think she has, of course, quality cat time. She definitely becomes like that cat mom that takes the cats over to see Hazel and to see Sasha and their cats, and they have like group play dates. Um, and she becomes the cat mom who is like very concerned about what foods are very like good for her cat. Um, and is on too many forums and has made enemies on some forums. Vi on Reddit, on cat Reddit, is a thing that is like very important to me as a human. Um, but I also think that people will notice she's like not intensely looking stuff up, but like you'll see like brochures occasionally for like different like courses or like colleges or like programs or job like wanted ads or something like that. And it's just like she hasn't committed to anything, but like there's a lot more stuff around her apartment.
To quote Jilly, the end.
To quote me, the end. Also, she has a new plant. She
Mhm.
doesn't know what it is, but it was ugly and it was at the plant store and she bought it. And she's gonna try and nurture it back to life. Maybe.
There was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly, everyone died. The end.
Sort of like that, but different.
All right, Mary.
Um,
Oh,
I
I am so sorry. I forgot to do something with you.
we are really late. It's okay. It's okay.
Are you sure? I'm so sorry.
We'll do it for season 2. Don't worry about it.
One on ones.
It's all good.
Okay.
I think that uh Hazel has learned a lot about herself through the Puzzle Master. Some in good ways, some in not so good ways. I think in the next month or so that Hazel has been focused on becoming stronger so she can help more. I think that in the fight with the Puzzle Master, it showed just how much she needs to grow to be able to, how she feels she needs to help. Not necessarily a good thing, but I think it's thrown her into being at the gym all the time. She's taken time at Gidget's new shop, but it's been more of a backseat to her main focus is trying to be a better hero, possibly working with the chariot to learn new things. I think it's kind of become a little bit of an obsession at this point, um, with no other villain to really hold the attention that much. It's just been be ready for the next one, type of a situation. As far as things that she would notice in Hunter Heights, I think that she's been searching for like the darker underbelly and has been noticing these strange spray paint murals that have been popping up. That it looks almost like a jester, but like almost like, you know, like the Joker playing card. if you mix that with almost the hangman card, it's kind of those kind of murals are popping up. And she's kind of she's trying to pay attention to the next thing, but there's some warning signs, I think, is what she's going to notice of what the possible future may hold.
And then Skylar.
I think Zara calls up their own boss. Calls up their old boss. They're like, hey, first up, I'm alive. Second up, I'm getting a promotion because I'm going to be the new superhero infrastructure planner. First day back at the office, show up in their suit, kick through a bunch of cinder blocks in front of everybody. It's really cool. It's really impressive. And then they're like, all right, we got to restore some of these accessibility options and we got to get fuck-proof concrete. Yeah.
All right.
Just can't be, because, you know, things are going to be getting serious in this city and we got to be prepared. But also available to all. So as far as things that are different in Hunter Heights, I think they would notice a lot because I think they're making a lot of those changes themselves.
You making Zada's job, that decision made my job so much easier as a GM.
Oh yay! Woo!
And last but not least, Elle.
Hi. So Sasha, I think, has been working to connect like all of their family, trying to work through stuff. In the daytime, they've been focused on being a hero, on rebuilding things, on restoring things. Their powers are good for that. They're good for that. And at night, they're up in the safe in Rory's sanctuary, and they're watching the tapes and they're taking notes. And I think that they're still contacting the team. They're still talking to their friends, to Maristella, but their time is less spent as Sasha Morgan, and it is spent much more as Hecate. And I think that they're beginning to leave behind ideas that they had of be working at a firm and having civilian friends and going to like fun conventions and things like that. They've given up on those ideas because they know that they are fundamentally different from everyone around them now. And there is no way to make that not the case. And so they've decided that they're just going to start isolating themselves from the aspects of normal life that make them remember that they are a walking corpse. And I think that they're noticing a lot of like the rebuilding, a lot of the new projects, a lot of the restoration of accessibility options, because like Zara, they're also knee deep in it. Anyways, Sasha doesn't get a happy ending. Sorry, friends.
That's why we have season 2 coming up. Vi, Jilly, you had a thing to add.
I forgot
after
something, which
Yes.
is that Vi has a portion of her closet that is all of her like old supervillain garb, which is also like all of her high school clothing. So I want you to imagine like if you had an edgy high school wardrobe, but you were also a supervillain at the same time. That it's exactly what you're thinking, all of you. So I think that she has like pushed it to the back of her closet, and I think that occasionally she goes in there and she pulls out like news clippings, and she pulls out um like a couple of books that she's bought. And some of them are botany. And some of them are like herbalism books, and some of them are like, I have to imagine there are a few self-help books in there, like, so are you really a supervillain, written by, like, I imagine that Vi was used as a case study in several people's papers. Um, are you come on, are you telling me that academics did not write about this 14-year-old with poison and acid powers?
Just
Please.
keep going. Just keep going.
Anyway, so I think occasionally she pulls them out, and as you can see her like studying, and she like you see her like almost compose a text to Zara, and then like not, and then like she is talking to people, but like looking at these things, you could just see her sitting late at night with her cats on the couch, and she's like near her closet in a chair, feverishly studying these plant books, and that's where we leave her.
And really quickly, we see all these panels, and we turn, and there's one more panel at the end of a figure in shadow. And we see the text. Well, seems you have a lot of experience, or at least you did. We'll be glad to have you on the team. Welcome, Freedom. And it turns and shows Quinn's face. Actually, I was thinking I'd go by Temperance now, if you don't mind, Hanged Man. And that is where we will leave season 1. Thank you so much. We're so fucking late. I'm so sorry.
I'm obsessed with this villain team of like the Hanged Man, Temperance, Pepperoni.
So real. Strong, consistent, focused.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'm so sorry we're so fucking late. I am really shitty at pacing. So with that said, we're gonna go around. Everyone's gonna say who they are, what they do, where to find them, and we're gonna start again with Sin.
I am Sin Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters. I've been Rory today, and I've got things coming up. This actually starts 4 days in a row of streams for me. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing Rapunzel, a Rift of Rapunzel in our City of Mist game over on Singularity. On Monday, I'm going to be playing an awful preacher man that must die and probably will die in a game of Locust on Singularity. And then I play Big Strong Girl at Gay Camp on Singularity. So 3 days in a row, all on the same channel. It's really easy to find me. And on Friday, I'll be playing a respawning asshole on Singularity. So, you know, I'm over there a lot. Big thing, though, on the 5th of December, Nox will be joining me over on my channel, which is Queensgate Chronicles, where we are going to build the world, which will have the series on my channel take place in it starting next year. So Nox is going to be there. I will be there. There will be 4 other of my favorite world building friends building the city of Queensgate in which this series is going to take place. I also got a bunch of I write supplements. If you're interested in them, follow me, asynthetic20 on Twitter. If you're still on the dumpster fire, synthetic20 on Blue Sky. You know, if you're interested in that kind of thing. The end.
And it's Jilly. Oh, look, it's Jilly. Damn it, I missed an opportunity.
You missed an opportunity. Hi, it's me. I'm Oh Look It's Jilly. You can find me most places on the internet as Oh Look It's Jilly. Tomorrow I will be on Sword and Key at 10 a.m. Pacific for Humblewood. I will be guesting in their campaign as the cutest little fluffy hummingbird scribe wizard you ever did see. I'll be Roberta Bobby to her friends. And I'm really excited about that. And then on Friday, I will be on Exquisite Corpse Presents. We've taken a few weeks off, but we will be back playing Ready Set Bake. I keep wanting to call it Ready Steady Cook, but that's not it. That's a TV show. And then I will not be here on Saturday, but in going forward, I will be running a one shot for Girls Run These Worlds' holiday one shots, which will be casting soon, probably. I don't know when it's going up, but I know it's going up soon.
It has to cast I think this week.
Yes. So keep an eye out for that. I will be running a very seasonally appropriate game of Dialect. And I'm real excited about it. I have to write the custom scenario for it, and it's gonna be real fun. And that is where you can find me, and then ongoing Fridays on Exquisite Corpse Presents until we finish this season of Ready Set Bake, which I don't know how many more episodes are left, but it is some number. Until we get down to one, because that's how Hell's Kitchen works. I am also a TTRPG editor and writer, and if you have any need for editing or writing of the TTRPG or academic variety, you can find me on Blue Sky and on Twitter, and you can find my link tree where I have my editing rates posted. Let me make your words pretty. The end.
And Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can find me on socials at Nerd on Wheels 15 or The Nerd on Wheels, depending on your social media of choice. I've been playing Hazel, and you can find me tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST over on Lost Caravan, part of Recall Week. I'm a part of the Call of Cthulhu one shot, where I am bringing my little cinnamon roll from Lancer, Zoe Rossi, aka Icarus, into a Cthulhu bed and breakfast. It's going to be terrifying. I'm excited. Then Monday, we're going to see Zoe again in Dustgrave. I think we're doing like a one shot or something. I don't know exactly, but it's going to be some more Lancer fun. Tuesday, we're coming to 2000 Tales roleplay for the second episode of Struggle Bus, where we're going to be discussing alignment and all that is to do with it, as well as doing a showdown of alignment charts and our characters that we think best represents the alignment chart. So it's going to be an interesting time. Wednesday, you can catch me over on Enchanted Sorcery Productions for Halia's Harriers, Fiondelver and Below. And then Friday, you can catch me on Sigil and Shadow over on 2000 Tales at 9 p.m. EST. Okay, I think that's it. Next up,
Skylar.
Skylar.
And I'm next. Hi, I am Skylar K. Swift, and it has been my honor to play Zara / Railspike, your city planner extraordinaire and also superhero. This is actually currently my only actual play stream, but you should cast me in things. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats, and you can play my games, Godling and Cabinet of Curiosities, for free, or give me $4 at Skylar Says K Swift on itch.io. Thank you for having me.
And last but not least, Elle.
Hello, everybody. I am Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic, one of the two, on social medias. You can find me no longer here. That's so weird to say. Oh, now I'm sad. But you can find me on Bardic Inspiration Network. It is a wonderful little network run by myself and my friend Anne. We have a great time. We play some fun games. Currently, on Wednesday, we have the next episode of our Baldur's Gate miniseries, which we thought was going to be 3 episodes. It's not. It's longer. So come watch that. I'm going to be playing a paladin who's just trying to make it through, man. They just found out that their girlfriend was also dating somebody else the whole time. So that's a bit of a yikes. And now they're in a party with that person trying to prevent themselves from dying. Yay! So you can find me there at, I believe, 6 p.m. Eastern. No, 6 p.m. Central. We're doing great. And you can also find me there next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern for our Tales of Exandria game, Tales of Exandria Swords of Byrodin. We are currently fighting the family from House of a Thousand Corpses. It's great. I just prevented an assassination. The guy might still get assassinated, who knows? And then that Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think, yes, is our sister game, Tales of Exandria Shadows of the Lost. We are currently with the Heir Ashari. We are about to meet with the Fearless Leader, or at least whoever is standing in for the Fearless Leader, because Keyleth is hard to book. And we will go from there. There are werewolves. Woohoo! I think that's all I have to plug.
And hi, y'all. My name is Noxkitos. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I was your GM for season 1 of Mask the Puzzle Project. My first all disabled table, and my amazing superhero cast. I'm gonna cry. I really am. I swore. I listen. Elle thought their show was gonna be 3 episodes long. I thought this session was gonna be 3 hours long. I'm sorry. So I wasn't. This was not intentional. I'm just bad pacing. Yeah, if you want to catch me doing stuff, when one door closes, another opens, because tomorrow I release the first episode of my other all disabled table. It's a post zombie apocalypse game called Left for Undead. It's a podcast. It's going to be on the Bard Rock Network. It comes out tomorrow at whatever time I schedule it, because I'm ADHD. I don't know when I do things. So you should go support that. On Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, I am Alma, the pagan in Inferno over on the Initiative Order. She's going through hell. It's great for me. It sucks for her, but you know what? We're going through it. I'm not in anything. I'm not in anything. Oh, well, on December 1st, I'm going to be GMing on Girls Run These Worlds for the holiday thing, because my first ever campaign was a campaign called School of the Stars, and we're coming back to the town of Las Estrellas for a winter solstice festival on the 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will maybe be nice to my players. Well, be nice to my players, but their characters no. Then on the 5th, I'm hanging out with Sin and going to do so many things to this world. Ha ha ha. And yeah, that's everything I can think of right now. Oh my god, Plumley, please put me in things. I don't like not having so many things to say. Yeah. Please check out all my social medias at Nocturnal_7, because once my partner comes home, I'm gonna be taking his PC and using it to stream stuff on my channel. So let's all keep that in mind. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really wanted to have a campaign where I got to show an accessible city and also got to show like community. And this campaign did not turn out anyway like I thought it was going to. And I mean that in the absolute best way, because my cast absolutely blew my mind at every opportunity. I love them all so much, and I love all of you for watching. And we do have a season 2 confirmed. So, oh, but also be on the lookout, because we do plan on doing some mid-season stuff. We just don't know where yet. So with that said, you all deserve a place in this world and a place to thrive, and we hope that you found it here. We are going to be rating. Are they still going live?
Are they still going?
They're on a break right now. I don't care about rating them during break. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. We're going to be rating High
Welcome
Shelf
back. Would they be
Collective.
surprised?
We're going to be rating High Shelf Collective. Be kind, love each other, and we will see you all next year. Bye.